This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a tough night. This is gonna be tough. No, you're better. No, you're more gorgeous. No, you're more gorgeous. Oh, no, okay, maybe it is me because that's what you fucking wanted. You wanted to win. And you're like, it's like you're fishing for it. You're like, oh, you look beautiful. But what about me? Who am I wearing? You know who I'm wearing? I'm wearing fucking Hanes. Not even wearing Hanes. I'm wearing fucking Fruit of the Loom. That's who I would go. That's who I would go to. They're like, who you wearing, Desi? I'm wearing fucking Champion brand shirt. Fruit of the Loom fucking tighty whities, and then nothing else. Just show up in that. The wife beater undershirt, and then the tighty whities, and then say, "This is me. I'm here. Where's my fucking award?" See, because this is the best thing about the We're gonna do the Desi Empire and the Desi Gulags. You're just gonna give me the award because I say if I fucking said so. Because I control the nuclear arsenal. Okay, and like we said, we scaled it all the way. We zoomed the fucking camera out, and we didn't do a Musk thing of saying we didn't do Musk thing saying, oh yeah, but Mars is like, well, fuck Mars. Mars is out the equation right now. Thing. I gotta go this way. No, maybe not. Just shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Why am I saying shut the fuck up? I'm signing up for this for the next 3 fucking hours of my life. Because I had so much else to do. But I said, you know what I said? I said, it was last minute. I said, they got the Oscars on. I'm like, yeah, you can blow that out your ass. And then I said, wait, Desi. Are you really going to say no to what, like 6 months worth of content? You're going to throw 6 months worth of content right down the fucking drain? I don't think so. I didn't take my fucking vitamin. Oh, look who it is, though. If they just show Denzel all night. Just show Denzel all night. Denzel is, that's what I'm talking about.
And you worked on many productions of Shakespeare and film adaptations. What?
Because Shakespeare is the best. Shakespeare.
Is that what's her name? I don't know who the.
So if I did nothing but Shakespeare and August Wilson the rest of my life, professionally.
All right. See, we can put the insults on ice for like 5 minutes. There you go. He should just. If it was Desi Gulag, he would just win. And who's this guy?
And all of the rest of those stars
the big,
will make their way for the big show, including Rachel Zegler. How excited are you?
Is it a big show? Is it a big show? I didn't catch that. How big is the show? On a scale of 1 to 10. If this was like the earthquake ratings, what they call that scale, the Richter scale. On the Richter scale, how big is this fucking show? It's in. And I'm talking about again. Zoom the camera out in terms of society. How big is this in terms of society? Because for me, it's a fucking one. It's a 2. It's a 2 only because I can get some value out of it and because there's some currency behind it. So like I can fucking and I mean currency like it has value. Like I can fucking put the shit together. Say Oscars and then maybe get 2 viewers instead of 1. And one viewer being myself. So some guy who's scratching his balls in fucking Nepal, who just saw with one of these things last year and said, hey, maybe he's tuning in for the best foreign thing. Because they have a movie about the Nepal narwhals. I don't know how there's narwhals in a landlocked fucking mountain country. But maybe in one of these mountains there's like a little cave thing. And in the cave, they got this fucking rare species of narwhal. And because that's the shit that wins. I guess you have to go for the best movie. Because you can make a shit movie about something that's, like, really fucking important. Like, say they make a movie about, the fucking Bosnians. The shit was going on in the 90s in Bosnia. And then it's like, that's going up against the fucking Nepal narwhals. In theory, like, the Nepal narwhal shit could just be a better fucking movie, But it's almost like, and then it's almost like, well, but are you really gonna give it to about the fucking? But in this society, do you know what? You kill what's the fucking number you would have to get to, where it's like, I'm turning this down. What's the number you would have to get to? For people to not be able to ignore it. I think it's super fucking high because it depends on where it is. There's certain countries where you could take out the whole population and before the West would even fucking blink. Usually the more south you go, countries in Africa that people don't even fucking know about, right? So Darfur eventually caught on, right? But then you talk about something else, you know, like you say, hey, they wake up tomorrow and fucking Swaziland is gone. Sorry, forgive me, fucking Eswatini. You wake up tomorrow and fucking Eswatini's gone, and people are gonna be like, oh, okay. But if there was a fucking narwhal, if there was like a dog shelter got blown up there, you'd see fucking everyone would go ballistic, and then the next year there would be a documentary about the dog shelter, the Eswatini dog shelter, just getting fucking shelled, you know. And then the tears, and then everything, and then they would bring somebody up, and they'd be like, "Hey, you know, we did also lose our entire fucking population. You know, we did lose the dog shelter," and then the tears come. But we did also lose our entire group, you know, the people. And then say, "Oh yeah, you know," and then they would cry for that too. They would show a picture, and then they would make sure that when the camera's on them, that they're crying, you know, for that. And like, can somebody adopt these kids? Like, well, you can't adopt them because they're gone. They're fucking dead because you didn't do anything. Because you didn't even know fucking it's Swaziland. Back when it was Swaziland, you didn't even know it existed. Okay, one blonde person goes missing in fucking Arkansas, and it's like the whole West is like, you know, that's it. We need fucking nuclear war to because the guy who did it might be anywhere, so we just gotta blow the whole thing up, right? But you know, I'm gonna wager there's a bunch. I'd say there's about 50 countries. And it's the ones that nobody knows, just that nobody knows about. Those are the ones that if they got wiped out, you know what it is? Here's what happens. I'll tell you exactly what happens. This is exactly what happened with the Ukraine shit too. There's a window. It's about a week, roughly a week. I want to say 3 days to a week. After something happens, you know, like because we live in nobody can make up their own mind about shit anymore, right? They need to be told. Listen, everyone should usually something happens. You need to know the facts first, right? And then that's try to find the fucking facts. It's like playing fucking Minesweeper, except everything's a fucking mine. I'm taking it there. I'm going to that fucking reference. You remember that shit? How's that for a fucking curveball? Do you remember those days? I remember back in Catholic school. We get the fucking Catholic school, so it's, you know. The hands started dropping, and so did the enrollments at fucking Catholic school. Okay, so I went when the iceberg was the iceberg was strong. I went when the Titanic started to go down with the Catholic school. So the budget was always we had computers. We did have computers. So you had to knock on wood and say, hey, we had that. But I remember he's like, you know, what was on the computers? It was like Windows fucking 95. It's like you have to. Some kid figured out how to do the gun games. Was it Doom? Somebody figured out how to do that, and the teacher was not impressed. Not impressed at all. But apart from that, you had fucking you had two things. You had three things. You had Internet Explorer, which was dog shit back then. You had fucking Minesweeper, and you had you remember Hot Dog Stand? Was that a thing beyond? Do we just have was that just like a thing limited to my fucking Catholic school? We had Hot Dog Stand. That was actually a great fucking game because you had to set your prices. You had to have your cost of goods, and then you either fucking killed it or you didn't. You killed it or you fucking didn't. Oh shit, the Williams sisters. I like Serena Williams. It's amazing because they used to be like that's what it was. It was the Williams sisters. And listen, I think it's just because Serena just had nobody expected that career to go that long. Because I mean, you can't look at Venus and say, oh, she had a great fucking career. It's just she went like a normal, like not normal, above average. But that's the whole thing too, above average fucking career. But she was just paired up with somebody who was like 20, 25. I was a kid and Serena was thing, and she's still fucking going. Like, talk about all fucking sports. Like tennis, you're supposed to have a short life, shelf life than everybody else. But what was I saying? Before? Like, okay, you have a 3 day to a week. Because I don't think this is gonna be anything worth my while. You have about 3 days to a week. Okay, like I said, you gotta find the thing. You gotta play not Hot Dog Stand. Oh, that was my other thing. Hot Dog Stand. Bring back Hot Dog. We'll play Hot Dog Stand on this fucking thing on this stream. Because that was a great fucking game. And if I could find something about something, I gotta Google this shit. Because I have a feeling it was actually not like a hit. Like, I feel like if I say, hey, you guys remember Hot Dog Stand? People are like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is limited to, you know, the Catholic school, whatever the fuck. Hot Dog Stand. We gotta play that on stream. Thing. finding the information you need to have is like playing fucking Minesweeper, okay? Okay, this is like, you know, it's like the most predictable thing. Okay, so once you finally do that, but you should already come equipped with your general, the way you see things, right? And your general understanding with an open fucking mind, right? But you should know, hey, I generally support this, I generally don't support that. Not like, what do we have to, how do we thinking, mommy and daddy? How do we think? Okay, and that's how we think. Because that's what happened with the Ukraine shit. There was the 3 days where everyone was watching saying, oh, flipping the fuck out. Everybody who has, you know, relatives in that part of the fucking world, everybody was saying, oh, fucking goddamn it, it's happening. Okay, and it's happening in a way that's not just, you know, they said they were just going to go about getting the other two things back. To like, no, we're taking this whole fucking thing. And it's like, okay, all right, time to put that shit on pause. Okay, we need to figure out what the fuck is happening, what to do, all that kind of stuff. All right, and everybody else is saying, here's why, and then here's this, and then here's why. Okay, NATO. Okay, so what the NATO was the story. All, you know, I see these thoughts started going on. Then the 3 days later, after everybody, you know, like, you know, when everybody else started to fucking pay attention. Why did they start to pay attention? Because I thought the news was dying. Apparently, it's fucking not. Apparently, it just still colors everything that, you know. And then people go, like, people saw the news, obviously, and then they molded the narrative they wanted to think, and then it's like, that was the equivalent of that. It was just that sound. There was everyone just going, and I'm actually surprised, and I think it's we're still building it. I think it's coming because there was actually a bit of agreement. It didn't matter what news thing you watched. I mean, there was some dissenting views on whatever, but I was surprised because it's like that became like the liberal thing. It's like the liberal thing is like now, no, I love Ukraine. Like I was saying, I love Ukraine more. No, I love Ukraine more. And it's like, oh, we should, you know, the no limits to what we can just fucking run in there and take on a nuclear power with no fucking thoughts to the whole thing, right? And in addition to a nuclear power dude who's entirely about himself. He's got the entire system wrapped around himself. But let's just go in fucking carelessly because I just want to go up, and it's gonna look good on my Facebook page, right? Let's just do that. And I'm fucking shocked. The Fox News kind of side, or the, you know, general, like, or the Trump tards, that the Trump tards were they weren't. I mean, there was the whole thing was she didn't want to stand for the thing, but like the, you know, the blonde one, whatever. But largely, like there wasn't it wasn't as thing. Like I would have thought just because they said, okay, that's where they stand. Now we got to stand the opposite. Just fucking because that's what all it's fucking happening today. It's like pick a fucking side, and these people are droning on all still because why is Putt bad? Because he's the guy who stole the election, and that's their whole fucking thing. And then blah blah blah. And then the Trump disease comes back. So it's like Trump disease on both fucking things. And then the other one, and then, so that was the other thing too, is that, you know, oh, they attacked, you know, and then Hunter Biden, Trump would have done it, Trump would have, and it became just Trump would have, because now what's happening, and this is what I was talking about with the Bernie thing. When Bernie was running, it was like, Bernie would have, I was like, so then fucking get him in there. But he couldn't get in there because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He can only go to a certain point, and then beyond that, that's it. And guess what? Everybody who voted for him wanted that, because they didn't actually want the things. They don't want the things that he says he wants, because you have to fight for that shit. Because what do they think? They think that he was going to go in there and just get it done. Like, does he know any of these people? Not only did he not have the numbers as for the Democrats, he didn't have, like, the Democrats don't even fucking like him. So forget walking in there with 50 votes already, or whatever it is. You're walking in there with 0 votes because nobody fucking wants you. Like, nobody fucking wants you. They would, the other two would team up and they would take this guy the fuck out of there. And he would just stand by and go, oh God, okay, oh God, okay, I guess I'll go do it. And then everyone will be satisfied because all these people who just sit and bitch and moan on Twitter, I know it sounds familiar, but all these people who sit and bitch and moan on Twitter, they just want to have that in their lives. They just want, it's all a game of pick your personality, and that's what these people picked. So it's like the politics became the personality. It's like it's what fits in your dating profile. It's what fits in your whatever. And this is what this is who defines me. I'm just another fucking political thing, and that's what defines my life. God forbid. God forbid. I mean, obviously politics defines my life because I want to be a fucking Des Empire. Des Empire is now the shining beacon and the thing that we will strive towards, and the thing that is more important than everything. Why do you think I have this on right now? Like I said, I'm subjecting a great thing. I have a mute button. I'm subjecting myself to 3 hours of horseshit, absolute fucking horseshit, in the hopes that, like I said, maybe we bump our viewership count up from like 0 to 2. Okay, so this is the kind of shit. But what I was saying was, so now is that Khalid? Oh boy, this guy. You know what? And I'm about to think this guy is who. This is what we gotta do. We gotta do this because what the fuck? Talk about. Remember what we said about JFK? What the fuck did that guy do? What the fuck does this guy do? And it's brilliant. He just hops on the stage and he just goes, "You got it. You own it." He doesn't even make the fucking beats. He's not even, is he a personality? What is he? What does he do? Guess what? He doesn't give a shit. He's swimming in cash. So we gotta do the DJ Khaled way. But I gotta wind this the fuck back. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the whole thing of like Trump woulda. It's the Bernie woulda 2.0 because all these people, the Trump thing is the same thing. They don't actually want, like, they know their lives are shit. I think they've accepted that and they've become like these fucking kamikaze fucking pilots. They're just willing to crash into the ground for this guy. And whatever it is, it's just so long, whatever it was before, just put this guy's face on it. And so it makes me feel thing. Okay? That's my long-winded rant. I lost, I'm not winding that all the way the fuck back. It's like close chapter, close. It's like I have too many tabs open in my head. I'm not closing these tabs. They'll come back to me, whatever. Okay, let's put this on. Okay, what I was going to say is, if I actually don't mind, I like, and she's not looking bad tonight. I like Regina Hall, and I like Amy Schumer too. The only thing, because people go OD. People go OD with her. They're like, oh, she's the worst fucking. She's not funny. I can sit through the whole thing and not laugh once. It's like there was a guy who recorded himself like sitting through the whole thing and not laugh once. It's like, all right, fucking relax. You know, you're acting like she's like the epitome of. I saw one of the movies and it was like a kale smoothie. If a kale smoothie was turned into a movie, it would be that. And it was the whole thing of like, and my dating life, and I went to the thing, and I get it. It's like, holy fuck. I get it. I understand the thing, but at the same time, it's like, you know, she's not the worst. She's not the worst. Wanda, I don't really have an opinion on. But all right, let's listen in. Don't know. I didn't even know they remade that shit. I didn't even know that was. They didn't even. I'm so. Am I out of the loop or is this the new thing? Am I really that out of the loop? I don't know any of these fucking movies. Why am I even watching this? But I was gonna say, yeah, I know the answer to that. Oh, by the way, this is gonna be like live next time. I turned this shit on last minute, and I still don't really know how to do that. So we gotta have a technical exploration.
They didn't have any black people. They didn't have any black members.
No, they had to go.
So they had to go.
You know, I was very disappointed that Space Jam 2 did not get nominated in the special effects category for that hairline they gave.
Wow.
Oh my God, amazing.
Wow. Uh-oh. Shots fired.
Black Twitter is gonna love that one.
I think so.
Yeah, what is that?
No.
I didn't hear what. But see, this they're setting it up.
Display of how toxic masculinity turns into cruelty towards women and children.
Damn that Mitch McConnell.
I know.
This is gonna be so bad.
But you know, I was actually
This is gonna be so
about
bad.
the power of the dog.
So the toxic masculinity says the fucking thing that not only profited off of Harvey Weinstein, but they just not only looked the other way, but blew him verbally every one of these things that they got. It's like, oh, hey, Harvey, oh, Harvey, dearest, and I'd like to thank he's our Harvey, he's Harvey, but he's our Harvey, and he's a thorn in our side, and he made us do some questionable things, but without him, I wouldn't be standing here with this plastic piece of shit that nobody should fucking value at all. But like I said, there's societal fucking courtesy, which I think is dwindling. Like I said, am I the only one who doesn't know these movies? Is it just me, or is there other people?
Did you just add Samuel L. Jackson?
I mean, I love him. You know, he's my guy, but I'm gonna be honest. There's a few holes in his resume.
Yeah?
No, for real. Like, where's the Sam Jackson rom-com? Like, where's the, Sam Jackson and Jennifer Lewis and when this mofo met that mofo?
All right. Now I see. Now I regret turning on the fucking gun. So here's something we're gonna figure out with the Dizzy format, and this is maybe more valuable use of our time than sitting here and absorbing. That's the thing. It's like when I'm watching shit, I just look at a fucking screen. So my two options are I talk over people and I just talk. Because I was doing it. I'm gonna be doing this with box. Okay, one thing at a time. Okay. Pretend this is live. Okay, pretend this is live. We're gonna go with two avenues, I think. Because we're gonna start watching. I'm trying to keep these in general short to like half an hour. This is obviously gonna be a fucking 3-hour thing. I'm already fucking sweating. It's not even fucking hot outside. I'm already sweating. So if it's already, I'm already sweating now. Just imagine what we'll be in 2 hours. I gotta take a break or something. Maybe it might be an endurance test. It might be like the mayor debate. I gave up on the mayor debate like 40 minutes in. But the problem is I was listening too much, you know? And if you want to listen, just watch the thing, you know? But you're not coming here to watch the thing. This is going to be something you hear in the meantime on the side, okay? And I've determined that this is not valuable enough to listen to. You know what, see, but this is what they're doing. They're like, yeah, let's make it more young and hip and urban and blah, blah, like, but it's so obvious. It's just so obvious that that's what they're fucking doing. It's like, who's eating this up? Who's eating it up? But the problem, like, this is what they don't understand. They say the problem is like, oh, it's not inclusive. It's okay. That was the reason it wasn't inclusive is because fucking society wasn't inclusive, all right? And just that the whole society behind it kind of sucked. So this idea that, oh, we're making this thing now, it doesn't matter. This is part of a society that sucks, and thank God is dying, or I thought was dying a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like it's slowly just farting the last of its gas out. It's like, you know? Oh, you just Jesus Christ! I just keep fucking naming people. You know, Rosie. Shout out to Rosie. At least they got Rosie and Chris Rock. Okay, maybe you'll make it a bit more palatable. Even just those two, and that's it, you know. But what I was saying was, like, again, this is a symptom for what happened in general with everything. It's like, here's what happened. Country catches fire. Like, with this, you know what the country catches fire? Caught fire because it's like this can't go on. This can't go on, and we're not gonna keep sweeping this shit under the rug. That was essentially the message of that. And then fucking the Beezes of the world came out and said, hey, we'll give you we'll give you a couple new shows. We'll give you a couple new shows. And then I thought everyone was gonna be like, you take your shows and shove it. But I turned around for 2 seconds and everyone goes, we'll take it. Everyone says that's what it is, we'll take it. I'm just shocked at how many people fucking took it. And I'm shocked that this is what everybody's fucking settled for. Do you know what I mean? And watch, and if it worked, it worked. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, is that shit gonna come back? Are we gonna catch fire? I mean, listen, somebody's catching fire big time in the next fucking 2 years. All right, whether it's like I said, whether it's the nukes coming, whether for one reason or another. Like I said, this shit's not sustainable. You can't sustain this shit. You can't sustain. You're just dragging a carriage of horse shit. It's literally a carriage full of fucking horse shit, and you're dragging it across the Sahara Desert. At a certain point, the people carrying it are gonna be like, this is a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of my fucking time. But maybe you just have to spray the horse shit with a nice little scent. Get like a lavender scented horse shit. So now the horse shit smells like lavender, and we're good to go. We're good. We're fucking good to go. This is maybe the thing. I guess I'm not gonna go. The most important thing is at the end of the day. Okay, so we just need to analyze the situation for us, and how are we gonna play this? How are we gonna play our hand? If that's the way things are, we get bread and circuses, and we'll give you bread and circuses. That's what I'm saying. Make everybody a fucking cop. Make everybody a cop, just so that everybody goes through this thing in their head of like, okay, now we're safe. Are we safe? No, because it doesn't fucking matter. Because it doesn't never fucking matter about being safe. It's the illusion of thing, and it's just giving people what they fucking want. Because if you don't give them what they want, they're like toddlers in Toys R Us. It's like and then they won't shut the fuck up because you can't take a toy from them, you know. But all right, am I listening in? Okay.
Will, Jada, what a beautiful couple. We're honoring a lot of couples here.
She went Sinead.
Actually. Jada and Will Smith, Penelope and Javier Bardem, and Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, don't do the faces. I did the faces. That's that's the faces single-handedly ruined Tom Hanks for me.
Don't Look Up is nominated.
You know, Tom Hanks, the face that Tom Hanks made during the the Golden Globes thing was like, and I like Tom Hanks. I actually fucking like Tom Hanks. Like he talk about like. I noticed that mostly you fuck with a lot of white people, but like white asterisks, because we have this whole thing about white asterisks, the white, but like Al Pacino. It's like Al Pacino. Is Al Pacino white? Yeah, technically, but he's fucking Sicilian. It's Al Pacino. He's Sicilian New York. You know what I mean? It's like asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. You know, like Larry David, all these kind of things. It's like, yeah, white, yeah, asterisk, Brooklyn Jewish. It's like asterisks. You know what I mean? Like they're not like white. Tom Hanks is white. Tom Hanks is a Wonderbird white. And so every once in a while, we believe in the individual here. Okay, we believe in the individual. So, if you got a strong personality, doesn't matter what the fuck you are, or you're good at what you do, all this kind of stuff. And so Tom Hanks is like, hey, you know what? Good actor. Most of the things he's good. One fucking face. Because he just had, these, they can't turn off for 2 seconds. You know, and he's there, and Ricky Gervais was there saying, literally shut your fucking face up. Because nobody cares, because it's a ceremony, and he's like, stop with that shit, okay? And stop telling me about the fucking forest when you're burning half the fucking forest to light your fucking living room, you know what I mean? Like, so don't tell me about that shit. And of course, we're gonna get, and that ruined it. So with all these faces, if I were there, you know, if I was there, I would just be moping the entire fucking time. I'd be like, what'd you say? I wouldn't care, like, I wouldn't, but I would just to have the things like, huh? What's that? What's that? Come again? Is that what it is? Not that I would ever. We gotta. Like I said, this is why we gotta have power. We're gonna put ourselves here because that was Beezus' path. Hey, talk about a useless cunt, a balding, ugly, useless fucking cunt, who figured out a way, and then he had Oscar people, all these actors slobbering over him. Same thing with Moe Bonesaws. These people talk to Moe Bonesaws. There was a whole thing. He went to the thing. He went to the Golden Globes or some shit. Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy is Kaluuya. I like this guy.
Sorry, I had to show everyone my outfit.
Yeah, like what is that? It's a curtain.
I can't believe it was only a year ago that we watched you win an Oscar for your
She's wearing a curtain.
unforgettable performance in Judas and the Black Messiah.
And then it was 25 minutes ago that I
And don't forget, you took home the Oscar for original song for the same film. Yeah, make some noise for her.
Thank you. I will
Like-
never, ever forget that night. It was amazing.
Yeah, man, neither will I. And how great it is to be back at the Dolby. Yeah, it's a tradition.
As is having last year's Best Supporting Actor announce the winner.
I bet you I don't know
category.
any
Are
of
you ready?
these
Come on,
people.
man. We're born ready over this side, man. Let's do this.
All right,
Bet you I don't know
let's go.
any of
Here
them.
are the nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role.
Let's see. I don't know anybody.
Jessie
Who is that?
Buckley, the
What
Lost
is that?
Daughter.
Mama, this how you like volcano. This how you like volcano.
Don't do that. Don't you dare ever again, Bianca.
Uh-oh.
Listen to me. Don't you
Bianca's
dare
gonna
ever
get
again.
fucking smacked in the face. They're doing 5 of these or they do 10?
Ariana DeBose, West Side
I did not
Story.
know they did this.
Think I want to stay here in a city full of ugly little animals?
I watched 5 minutes of the original because I'm like, you know, is that my thing really? You know, it's song and dance and lovely ways and New York City lights, right? All that shit. I'm like, all right, relax. But I'm like, it's an institution, it's an icon thing. So but it was exactly that. Had the gang members. Oh, Judi Dench, I know. Judi Dench, I know. But it was like they were all coming out going like gang members snapping. I'm like, that's it for me. Okay, eject tape. It wasn't in DVD. I was streaming it off of some dodgy fucking thing. Yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna. I get it to Polish. I'm not gonna get me to watch gang members snapping.
Kirsten Dunst.
I don't care if it was 1957. Kirsten Dunst. That's a name.
We could, but him and Phil have kind of.
Yeah, I'm not doing. Do they snap in this one? Because that is a disqualifier for me too. Okay? Because you want to do the real version, and the guy comes out, it was whatever was the Jets, right? Betting the Jets and all this kind of shit. And he's like, boom, boom, boom. We are the Jets, and then the guy will be fucking within 2 seconds. Okay? Bro, you want that to be a gang? Bring that shit down to fucking the Mexican gangs. Okay? Bring that shit down to the cartels. Start snapping around them. Okay? That'll be all you have left is your 2 fingers that are snapping. Because the rest of you will be turned into fucking mincemeat.
I would have been gone a long time ago.
Alright? None of these movies I had no idea. No idea.
And the Oscar goes to
Some
Ariana DeBose, West Side Story.
West Side Story. There you go. I did not know. I had no clue.
This is the first Oscar and nomination.
Is it over yet? It's 22 minutes in. This is gonna be a long fucking night. We gotta get some other topics going on because this is gonna be the theme. This is gonna be the recurrent theme. We're just gonna be sitting here watching, saying, I don't know this person, I don't know that person, I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't know this, I don't know fucking anything. Oh, she's not actually. I thought she was actually Latino.
You know what? Now you see
Oh,
why
she.
that Anita says, I want to be in America because even in this weary world that we live in, dreams do come true.
Fuck off.
And that's really
Oh,
a heartening thing
fuck
right now.
off.
If I took the time to say thank you to every single beautiful person who has lifted me up on this stage, you fine people would be sitting here until next Oscars. So I'm not going to do that. But just allow me to say that it was the summer of a lifetime, and I am the most privileged and grateful to have spent it with all of you. My God, thank you, Steven Spielberg. You're stuck with me now.
Oh, is that who did it?
Yay. Thank you, Christy.
How did I didn't fucking hear about this. Again, do one of these things. Is the world changing or is it just me? Is it just Desi Boy? Am I literally, am I sitting in my effectively fucking like nuclear bunker? That is not a nuclear bunker because nuclear weapon comes, I am done. I am absolutely fucking done. There's not, they talk about these walls will disintegrate faster, if anything. Like even before the fucking bomb drops, the wind from that shit will blow the walls of this shit down and fucking take me out. I'll be the first to go. I can't even hang any shit off my fucking. What's cardboard? Essentially fucking cardboard. You know. I'm not gonna go into the whole thing of talking to the landlord. You know, you get me Google Translate, maybe then I'll do that. But I'm not easy. I'm not even gonna go into that.
Oh, openly queer woman of color and Afro-Latina who found her strength in life through art, and that's what I believe we're here to celebrate.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like let's get all the boxes. Let's just take off every box. Let's take off, let's not do it in a genuine way of thing. Let's not, let's just take off box.
Your identity ever, or you find yourself living in the gray spaces. I promise you this: there is indeed a place for us. Thank you.
But you see, this is why it's like now, like, how do I trust that any of these, how do I trust that like anybody who's gonna win is actually good? Because it's not about who's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the whole thing of, like, they say, hey, the past 40 years you haven't had a single Asian person, okay, in the thing. And they go, oh, and now, and then they pretend like the whole time that they didn't do that. But it's like, but you did that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you did that. You can't just turn around and say, like, and we are, and then this, and then now, then you can't. And it's like, well, you were the one who fucked up for all the years. Am I wrong or am I wrong? You know? That's why I don't understand. But then people protest and people boycott and they say, hey, we want more. It's like, how about just fuck this whole thing? How about just fuck it? Do you know what I mean? Why is it still a thing? Why? I guess they have power on me because I'm still watching it. I'm watching it for clout and I'm watching it to take a giant dump on it. But I am watching it nonetheless. Do you know what I mean? So if it's not going to go away, if it's not going to wind down on its own, I think they canceled the other one, didn't they? I'm sure it's coming back. The Golden Globes, didn't they just not do it? Because it was like literally 2 months ago, up to 2 months ago, and they were fucking still scared of the whole thing. And they're like, but did they stop making movies in the meantime? Fucking no, right? Did they put a hard fucking thing on banning movies? No, but they it's all optics. It's all fucking optics. This is what I'm talking about. See, it's like how.
With ways to get more businesses online and hundreds of millions in funding. Meet Rashida. Black women business owners lift the entire.
So like why? So the Oscars and the cops are the same thing. Then they're just not gonna go away. It's gonna be things because you try to say fuck the Oscars, but it's not a fuck the Oscars. It's like we want the Oscars. But we just want, we want better Oscars. Like, you're not gonna get better. It's just all a load of shit. Do you think any of these people genuinely give a fuck? They don't fucking care. None of these people fucking care. All right. And if they cared, it will be like, that's why like certain things get hush and certain things it's like we can shine. It's like, something bad's happening in the world. Do they just rush, are they fucking moral? These good Samaritans, like, okay, let's rush there and throw a camera on it and then give it all the awards. No, it's like, okay, well, who's doing what to who? Because that's a big fucking, that matters, okay? And then that, you know, is that a no-no in our part of the world? Are we allowed to say this about this? Or are we not allowed to say it? If I say this, are my roles gonna go bye-bye? Okay, are my roles gonna go bye-bye? Because this is just an extension. These people are bankers. You know what they are? They're fucking bankers. It's like I said, this is why they're all the bank commercials. It's actually, I was shitting on them, but you know what? It's actually fitting because that's what it is. You're just, you know what? You're a dramatic banker. That's all it is. You're a banker who did drama. And you're a banker, and you're here to sell me this and that, and here to sell me this and that, and here to sell that, and then you're here to say, but we must change, and we must do this, and we must lead this movement. It's like, well, you know, okay, I will lead the movement, and it starts with taking you out, not taking you out actually like in The Rock. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go apologize for that shit again. I'm not saying I'm not gonna go take anybody out. I'm not taking, but you know, I mean, it starts with taking you out of the equation. Okay, the equation of public consciousness. Okay, well, it's time to relegate you back to a job at a Wendy's. All right, all these people need to start working at a fucking Wendy's again. Under the Des administration, there's no administration, it's just gonna be an empire. Under the Des emperorship, you're all gonna be working in anybody in this room right now, if I like you or if I don't. I could fucking like, I gave props to Kaluuya, I gave props to this and this and that. You're gonna be working at Wendy's. And then if you act up, then you go to the Desi Gulag. This is the chain of thing. There's a chain, alright? So there's a chain. See, here we go. Okay, here we go. So here comes Ukraine. Oh, crypto.com. Holy shit. That's interesting. See, I don't know about this now. Like, I don't know what this the crypto thing, I don't know. I just don't know.
Crypto.com, the world's fastest growing crypto app.
They are fucking, their budget has to be fucking astronomical. Is this gonna be one of these things that collapses now because they're spending too much money? They got the stadium.
This is our home.
You wouldn't want to be the odd man out in the street. You touch my family and I'll kill you.
What do you want?
I want my family with me.
It might be worth this. I don't know. I can't tell. I guess you gotta watch it. That's when I would obviously that's what I would watch more than, you know. But whatever.
Well, I've come with a bit of bad news. As you know, everyone here has been tested for COVID, but unfortunately, some of the test results have gotten lost. So, before we go on with the show, we just have to do some quick emergency testing backstage. Don't worry, it's only a few people. It's totally random. So when
I like Regina Hall though. I do. I think she's New York.
Now,
I think she's New York.
I've got a list here, which I'm looking at. I have
I'm gonna check. I got devices now. You see this? For now, I'm eventually gonna have to fucking sell them for fucking cold hard cash because rent is breathing down my neck. Regina Hall.
And wait, Javier Bardem. Oh, you're still with Penelope.
New York, you right? I think so.
No. Your test is fine. It says that
The Bronx. Hey, no. Was she born there? Or is she enrolled in college there? No, she's from D.C.
Will Smith.
All right.
You're married, but you know what? You're on the list.
All right, never mind.
Jada approved you, so you get on up here. Get on up here.
It's just too much of a love fest. Look at the.
Now, see, we've got another bad boy on our list. Let's see. Is that Jacob Elordi? Is that how you say it? Elordi? I've seen you on Euphoria, and yes, you are legal. I'm sorry. You are positive. So you're gonna need a deep PCR test. Now, no, I don't want any of you all to worry. You know, it's gonna be a
See, okay, so this is what we're trying to work on, okay? Are you gonna watch me watch this? Do you need to hear this?
No, it's simple. I'm gonna
So here's how we'll do it. Here's how we're gonna do it going forward. Here's what I have in mind. Keep it to half an hour, 45 minutes. If it's shit like this, because we're gonna be watching. Okay, so here's the upcoming schedule for Des Shits On. The live Des Shits On. It's gonna be Des is gonna do Mets opening day. That's the 7th of April, I think. Then we got a packed schedule with the boxing. Boxing gonna be the same with all these things because it's gonna be like 2-3 hours of me sitting there. I think what we'll do then is we are going to we'll do the whole 3 hours, and then it's like you're watching along. So then because I'm not gonna, then I gotta watch a little bit. I can't just be talking for 3 hours. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna do. Here's what we want to roll out, and this is why I need wage slaves as fast as possible. Okay, do Desi while you deuce. Des while you deuce. So I will take something like this and we'll boil it down to the essence, and it will be between 8 and 15 minutes long. So take someone just half an hour or whatever, and you give you like the shit while you shit. While you shit, you'll get the Desi shits on. So Desi shits on while you. It's either gonna be called Desi shits on while you shit, or Desi while you deuce. Desi as you deuce, Desi while you deuce. We'll figure it out. We need to play this. We need to master this content game. And like I said, right now it's me pulling my own sleigh. But, you know, if we can get a couple of metaphorical huskies to, you know, to help us along, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to watch this shit, and if you're watching along, then it doesn't matter. And then you watch them with me or whatever. But then if it's not, then you watch the next day. You don't need to see the whole 3 hours. We're going to boil it down to 15 minutes. So that way, you know, in the time that it takes you to drop a couple of loads off and then wipe your ass, you're done. You got what you needed to get. You got the essence of what I'm trying to say. All right? So
these people are geniuses. They are the nominees.
I want somebody to come up and say, like, you know what? Some of these guys are all right. They did a good job on this movie, but they're also just fucking clowns. You know what I mean? Like, there's no balance. If everybody's a genius, nobody's a genius. You know, not everybody's sitting in most people sitting in this room are not geniuses.
Belfast, Denise Yard, Simon Chase, James Mather, and Neve.
What's this for? Dune, I heard of. Belfast, I did actually hear about. So Dune.
Doug Hemphill, and Ron Bartlett. No time to
oh shit, that came out, right? Because they put it off for a long fucking time. I didn't know it actually. I forgot it actually came out.
Richard Flynn, Robert McKenzie, and Tara Webb. West Side Story, Todd A. Maitland, Gary Ryder.
When did that come out? Because this is driving me nuts.
And Sean Murphy. And the Oscar goes to Dune.
Wow, they didn't even.
Thank you so much, Academy.
Oh, these are the sound. See, this is actually why I like the sound people and all the stuff like that. You know, these people. Not to say actors don't work and shit, but these people actually fucking work. Sound people, costumes, clothes, all this shit.
Thank you so much. Thank you to Hans Zimmer. Thank you to Joe Walker, who treated us as.
What am I looking up? What did I just say?
Thank you.
Jesus. West Side Story.
From Legendary and Warner Brothers. And to all our family and friends, thank you so much for your love and support. And of course, thank you, Denis. Merci du fond de cœur.
2021. Came out before Christmas.
I'm here on business.
I never saw this movie. Oh, Rosie! Rosie Perez. Hey! Salutes to fucking Rosie. Rosie's champion. I believe we rewind the tape. I believe our first Twitter follow was Rosie our first Twitter follow. She's one of them. That's right. You stand in a Oh wait, is that where? Holy shit! All three of y'all.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. It's just hard to believe that it's been 30 years since white men can't jump.
You mean 30 years since I proved they could?
Well, I don't know about that. You still look like a slow, geeky chump to me.
I'm not slow. But in fact, best shape of my life. I'm in the zone.
You mean like zoned out, like really high, like really like zooted, like up there?
I mean that is true. I wish
Fucking Rosie. Let's go, Rosie. Come on, Rosie. Let's go, Rosie. Ow, 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 yeah. Come on, Rosie. Let's go, Rosie. Doo doo doo, doo doo doo.
Changed in 30 years. So, oh my gosh, you guys should have hooked me up. Anyway, focus. All right.
Listen to the woman.
Listen to the woman.
Yeah.
Listen to the woman.
That's you.
Oh, it's me.
I like it. See? That's the only time I'm gonna laugh this whole fucking time.
In cinematography. Yeah.
Dune
You know why? Because you see why? Do you understand that? And then maybe it's just, I get it. You know, it's for somebody different, maybe. It's real. You know, yeah, that's you. She say that's you. It means you gotta read your shit. She was close. She was close to saying that. Read your shit, guy. Okay, it's in there. It's in front of you. Just fucking go. I think Wesley Snipes is in New York too. This is what it's gonna turn into. This is gonna turn into the Hanukkah song of, you know, or the Irish Central. You know the Irish Central? You gotta go to these places nearby. They got the paper called the Irish Central. Cause I used to give, it's a song. It's a funny song, a Hanukkah song. But it's like, let's claim everybody who's Jewish ever. And it's like, I thought, like, you know, it's like those. I guess the Jews do that. But you know who's the number one? Number one is the fucking Irish. You remember the Obama, and like Obama's Irish, and then Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's Irish, like and then they have this thing called the Irish Central, and it's an entire thing in every bar devoted to finding out how Irish everybody is. And they will go, if it's 252nd or whatever, or 256, whatever the visible thing is, they'll take it. They'll say, yes, we'll have that. Idi Amin, we'll have him. Napoleon, we'll have him. You know, this guy, we'll have him. So this is I think this is gonna become that. I think it's gonna become the Des Center, the New York Central. But I think Wesley Snipes. I think he's from New York, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he's from he grew up in the Bronx. Yeah. See, born in Orlando, grew up in the Bronx.
A whole group of unknown actors together to make an amazing movie, along with our lovely producers. Thank you.
So I was right.
Collaborators, I'm nothing without this with my.
And Woody's obviously a Texas boy, but see, even then, a Texas boy, but like a more genuine, like a Texas boy. He didn't go up there and go,
I will call you all straight after.
Wasn't there something about Woody's dad? Woody's dad was like let me not say shit like that before I fucking look it up. His dad did some shit, no? His dad didn't. Woody Harrelson's dad.
Most importantly, my wife Jodie.
Murder? Yeah, he was. So he was. He was a murderer, a convicted hitman.
Middle-aged man to go out and play.
That's crazy.
Sand dunes for 6 months is pretty amazing. So.
Presbyterian household, but the father received a life sentence for he killed the judge. Dad was very rarely around during his. Ooh, that's Sly. Okay. We gotta work together. We gotta live together. Everyday folks. Was it? Yeah, different strokes for different folks, right? And Scooby Dooby Doo. I used to hear that, and that pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, you know, and then Scooby Dooby Doo, and I'm like, really? And then little did I fucking know. That predated that show. Because it would be corny and silly and stupid if it was after the fucking show, but it wasn't. So the song came first. So I think Scooby-Doo, unless it was a phrase, Scooby-Doo might have actually come from that. Little known fact. In case you ever hear that song, you hear the Scooby-Dooby-Doo part, and you say, that's stupid. You know, just know from your Desi Wikipedia factoids, because that's what this is. This is another Desi Wikipedia factoid. Know from your Desi Wikipedia factoids that came first. All right, the chicken came before the egg in this case. That's a tune. That's a tune. Is a great band. It's, you know what it is feel good music. And it feel good until you find out his story. And that's another thing. Remember, he wasn't. We might have mentioned. I feel like I've mentioned this before. When he won a thing. He won a lawsuit, and it was one of those things. And I knew. Look, I'm gonna Google this now too. Sly Stone had some problems. Okay, and it's sad to see because he's like this majestic fucking guy, you know. And his whole thing, he's got like the shirt. He's kind of like what Desi wants to be. If you could, you know, I'm gonna lower this down. You know, I'm gonna see more. Oh, that's the farthest it goes. Never mind. See, was what I'm trying to do, like a Sly Stone kind of thing. You know, I'm not exactly. I don't have the appeal yet because I don't have power. Once I have power, I will be on the cover of People magazine, and it's and whatever the one that rates the sexiest. I'll be number one, and it won't just be because I'll have the power and force them like Putin style to fucking do it. Albeit because they'll be like, he's also kind of in a weird way turns me on. Again, like it'll be like the workout tape. What I was saying about the workout tapes. Like I don't know what it is. He just has this kind of mystique. It's like the Tony Soprano kind of thing. It's like whatever it is, it's working on me. All right, and I'm mildly to moderately now attracted to this guy. So, but once we get there, but I need to let Desi's aura really speak out into the world. It needs to kind of penetrate these fucking walls for us to start penetrating other things. All right, we need to just start kind of like letting Desi's spirit run free, and then maybe I'll be like a Sly Stone type guy. But Sly Stone was that type of guy. Ran into some fucking problems, okay, and swallowed up in that lifestyle. Not here. Maybe he was a piece of shit. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what the story. I don't want to feel bad if I don't know the context, right? But like he makes great music. He was a great whatever, and he was, like I said, he was just a figure, and it was sad to see whatever. But because apparently he was living in a van and all this shit. But then he won some lawsuit. So I don't know what the thing with the lawsuit was again, but he won it. And they're like, he's owed $5 million. And I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, how often do you hear about that? But then I said, I'm like, they're gonna, like, that's, something's gonna happen there. Something's gonna happen. They're gonna appeal this shit. And then they're gonna say, oh, and then I meant 5 million. I meant 500,000. Because regular people can't win. And Sly Stone, again, big whatever. He's not an institutional thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's another guy that they fucking used. They just say, well, sweep him in, take him what he's good for, take him for a ride, get a pool out of it, and then throw him out of metaphorically fucking throw him out of the pool. All right? And that's what they did. So he's not part of, like, the fabric of, like, the American elite. And if you're not part of that fucking fabric, you will get chewed the fuck up by it. So when he gets his little victory, I'm like, what's going to happen here? Because they're not going to let this fly. That's how sad this whole thing is. You know, like this, you can never have a good story. You can never have a good story for anything. There's always this asterisk that comes along, and it's like, it's either that it's not what you thought it was, or it is what you thought it was, but they can't let that happen. So it's like, you know, technically speaking, we'll do this and we'll do that, and then you add the 2, add the 3, and now he's broken homeless again. And, you know, we're giving him 50 cents for the gumball machine. Let's see. What's the story here? What? Sued his former managers, accusing them for cheating him out of years' worth of royalty payments. Which is, I don't know the story, but if he's like 99% of all the musicians, that's what happened. Testified he had not been paid any royalties. Jury awarded him $5 million damages. See, look at this. Jury in Los Angeles awarded him $5 million damages in January 2015, but in December that award was overturned because the appellate court ruled the trial judge had not told the jury to take into account Stone had assigned his royalties to a he signed up. You see, what did we talk about before? You signed your name here, kid. What, you need a bottle of water? Well, let's see if we have the money for you then, kid. How's your van? You want us to do something for your van? Because we own you. What was this for? Wow, they were really, see? Wow. They are,
whether there's an audience for female athletes.
They are just rushing people up on stage and off the stage. This guy did his own, maybe he didn't, maybe he had backing of whatever.
Lucy Harris is not here tonight because she passed away before this film was nominated. But her family is here tonight, so I'd ask you to please give your recognition to them. And one last thing, President Biden, bring Brittany Griner home.
Oh shit, yeah.
Long live the Queen. Thank you.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What's the story with that? Do we know? That was, talk about fucking horrible timing to be in, you know. What's the story with her? We gotta look that up. That's something. I mean, talk about like some of you place you don't want to be at the time you don't want to be there.
I can't stay with you for the rest of my life. And now, please welcome Rachel Zegler and Jacob Elordi.
We don't know, do we? We're advised not to make a big fuss. By who?
I can't believe we're here tonight at the Oscars. It's definitely a little bit scary being up here. Growing up in Australia, I never thought that I would stand on this stage.
And I never thought that I would be here 6 days ago. We did it. Dreams really can come true pretty fast.
Is he just really, really tall or is she really short?
So many here tonight being nominated for an Oscar is a lifetime dream come true.
Here are the nominees for Achievement in Visual Effects. Dune, Paul Lambert, Tristan Miles,
Gerd, I thought it said Nerfser. Gerd Nerfser.
Swen Gilbert, Nikos Kalaitsidis, and
But is that good? That's just like, see, I gotta give it to these guys.
Joel Green, Jonathan Faulkner.
Because if it's just a bunch of just shit flying, see all this shit, it's like everything just flying at me. Is that good? Or did you just take all the effects and just throw it on? Look at that. It's too. I'm fucking gonna throw up just watching this right now.
Scott Edelstein and Dan Sudik.
There's no fucking thing to it. Nothing is left to the imagination.
Goes to Dune.
You know, that's what I like about 80s and movies and shit like that. I think 80s was like the last year. It's like 80s, you couldn't actually make it look like, you could make it almost look like the thing. So you kind of had to go the last 10-20% with your imagination. And you're like, okay. Or, you know, you were just impressed that it got that close. But now it's just like, and it's gonna have to keep going up, right? It's like the fucking economy. See, this is what I'm saying. This whole thing's like a symbol for like the economy. It's a symbol for the system and shit's based off. It's just gonna have to keep going up and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, noisier and louder and bigger and more. I want more, and I want this and that and this. But at a certain point, you can't squeeze in more. You know, you're not gonna come up with. You're gonna come up with new stories, but they're really the same stories. You just have to have them told in different contexts and all this kind of stuff. But it's really the same thing. You know, all this is the same. But now we're tapping out in terms of tech shit too. So it's like, you know, where do we go? We don't got anywhere else to go forward. So what they do is they just let's blow up more shit. Let's have more cars blow. Why? What'd you have? What's the record? 235? Watch it. We're gonna have 535. I'm gonna blow up all the fucking cars. Okay? And it'll look like in the Desi administration. It'll look like the broken windows theory was just violated. When we do that, by the time we make a Des movie, and it'll be me as the mayor, and it'll be me saying everybody's gonna be a cop, and we're gonna have the broken windows policy, right? Remember, the broken windows policy was everywhere that there's a broken window thing, the block gets fucking leveled. They do no warning, no whatever, just on the spot, boom. You can even have like buttons. You just press, we'll just preload the shit in, and that's a job too. It's a job to load the explosives and thing, and then boom, like that. Risk management. Thing, you know, not a crime because the cops will do it, and then. So the thing. Who is advised by who?
Please welcome extreme sports legends Tony Hawk, Kelly Slater, and Shaun White.
Who told them not to make a big fuss? This is what I'm trying to get to.
This year marks the 60th anniversary of Dr. No, the first of the classic James Bond films. James Bond.
Oh, that's what's his name. Oh shit! I actually, Jesus Christ, he looks like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
We've all had our favorite Bonds.
It's fun. There's Carrot Top, this skateboarder guy, and then the other guy. He's
As great as they all are,
fucking Tony Hawk looks like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Does he not? With the bow tie too?
Was clearly the GOAT.
Well, I don't know about that. There are a few athletes who you clearly know are the greatest in their field.
Really, dude?
I'm talking about you two, of course. At least you used to be.
Okay.
Well, we tried our best to be game changers in our.
I wanna, you know what I would do?
There's no question, James.
What we're gonna do in the Desi in the Desi Empire when we have the Oscars, right? We're gonna have the janitors. We're gonna have the best janitor award. And I know it's gonna sound like that I'm blowing up, blowing smoke, but the hard work, and there's a bit of that. But it's also like you have to be, like I said, the best janitor. Okay, so you actually also have to be the best at it. Like we're not just gonna give participation trophies. It's like, your work is valuable because it is, but it's also but also be good at what you do, right? Oh shit, we're going Bond. This is what Bond is a weird one because it's the most British horse shit, right? But it's also fucking James Bond. Such is the conflict. And you talk about Scottish guy, Irish guy, and I guess 4 Brits, right? Oh, is that right? He's Timmy Dalton was English too.
Resurrection.
So this is where things get complicated for me. You know what I mean? It's actually not. It's not complicated at all. I just want to be fucking James Bond. I just throw on a James Bond movie. I don't like movies in general, because movies is like you gotta fucking sit there. You gotta. It's like much like this, you know. But you can't talk, right? You have to sit there and go. You know, I got empires to build. Okay, I got fucking Wikipedia to search. I got you know, I got paper towels to fill. So you know, but if it's a Bond film, we'll sit down and watch it. I don't. You know what? They should actually have done to make it more accurate, because he was always killing some bad guy, and it was, you know. They never did like a Polish. They had a couple Russians, right? They were all actually a lot of Russian guys. So maybe if I was Russian, I wouldn't like James Bond much. But if they were to make it more accurate, they should have been like, you know, James, your next mission is to kill these mix in the north of it, whatever, you know. And then they'd be like, oh, okay, so yeah, he's a piece of shit, you know. They left that part out. You know, they never sent them to like we need to send you to Bangladesh to keep these, you know, these vermin in line, these rascals. They're rebelling against our authority, and you need to put them straight. They never did that. Although there was a couple of things where but then he was chasing somebody. He was never chasing, like, I'm saying there's certain scenes where he's running through like either the Caribbean or Africa, you know, but he's not like, you know, he's hunting some other white guy, some German, whatever kind of thing, you know. French, they do the French bag. Who is the I was gonna say Augustus Gloop. It's clearly not Augustus Gloop. Imagine Augustus Gloop. Imagine that kind of career arc. Fucking Augustus Gloop, he almost drowns in the fucking chocolate river, right? He's a fat piece of shit. Maybe they send him to German fat camp, and they wean them off the sausage and the Wiener Schnitzel and all that shit, and then they said, hey, if you touch the marzipan, we'll fucking whip you, right? And he gets into shape, and he gets, maybe he goes neo-Nazi. I don't know what years we're talking about. Obviously, something has to happen because he becomes a Bond villain. But maybe the whole thing is he's a Bond villain. Does that mean he's a villain in general? It's like that movie Dunkirk. You know, it's like watching Dunkirk, and it's like you're meant to want to root for the English army, and it's like, am I really gonna be rooting? Again, it's against the Nazis, so you're like, oh, okay, well, fucking, you know, I guess so. I guess you got me. But it's like at this time, this is pre the British Empire fucking falling apart, and this is Ireland just had its legs. They just got its legs. It's like, are we really gonna, you know? And then Churchill has his own history with that shit too. It's like, am I really gonna be rooting for this? So maybe it's the same thing with James Bond, right? But then again, so we'll just for the sake of making him just a general baddie, Augustus Gloop becomes he gets really into the Fuhrer. He reads Mein Kampf, and he's like, you know, this guy had a couple good ideas. Whips himself into shape literally. Starts going and then, you know, sheds all the fat. He was fat and annoying, and he starts becoming annoying. Switches from being annoying, like a nuisance, to being somebody who's dangerous, which is a Nazi, and then he becomes like this spy and thing, whatever, and then he becomes one of these Bond villains. I don't know why they never did that. You know, like when you build off of what's already out there. Sometimes there's like too many. Like you have Klaus Dundelheimer, you have Jan Schwiekensflammer. It's like maybe there's enough of that. Maybe just cut it off. Maybe we don't need any. Maybe we gotta stop cut off all fictional characters. Okay, there's no room for more fictional characters. You have to just reuse what is already out there, because there's already too much. There's already too many movies. You're not going to see all the movies ever. There's too many movies out there. There's too much content. There's too much shows, and this coming from someone that's trying to just jam the airwaves with more. How do you like it? We're just gonna go more. Like it's like if you had a, it's like nachos in a theater. You know, the nacho cheese. You know, if you never ordered in the first place, because it's just melted crayon. If you didn't know, if you weren't aware, it's just melted fucking crayon. It looks, smells, tastes like it, and it's that's my conspiracy theory. You want to talk about the moon landing? You want to talk about all this shit? That's great. My conspiracy theory is that nacho cheese is fucking melted crayons. All right, and so you shouldn't be getting any, but like then obviously, you know. Again, is it spicy? No, it just tastes like nothing. But I'm gonna pile this whole thing on. We're doing the equivalent of just we're going 51% cheese now. we're putting it at the point where if you had like it's not a bucket. They didn't even just serve you buckets of nachos. The platter of nachos is now 49% nachos and 51% cheese. We are just smothering the shit with cheese, and it is cheese. It's not educational content. Although, like I said, it can build your critical thinking skills. Then you have Wikipedia factoids you can pull out of your ass at any given moment, and somebody go, oh, okay, nice, and then proceed. Like if you want to use it on a date, they'll proceed not to want to fuck you because it's like, hey, did you know this rice in fact? No, I didn't, but I'll look it up later. Thanks, bud. I'm gonna get the check and get the fuck out of here. But other than that, a couple little nuggets of information. But again, it's all power. We're just doing this for power, and we're doing this for money, and we're building long term. So that's what we're doing. All right. So, and if that's the name of the game, that's what we're gonna do. But I would say once I get to the top spot, because everything's reflective of that. Once I get to my seat in the Desi Empire, we're gonna ban all future fictional characters because there's just no rule. I know I get the future, the ideal world is infinite, but there's already too much. There's too much stuff. Thank God we don't make like DVDs and VHS shits anymore. Although I wanted to bring that. I know if I can figure out a way to make it profitable for me, I will, and I'll do it. But other than that, it's like thank God we don't make that anymore because it's like you're gonna really make more shit. You're gonna make more shit, like all these more movies coming out and everything. It's like you're gonna make more. You're gonna produce more shit. There's already so much. Like I said, you don't have time in this life to watch a quarter of what's on any of these streaming services right now. And then what happens too is that because there's so much shit, it's like the top 8 things rise to the top, and that's why you have The Rock. This is why we're going back to it. It's like that becomes a thing. It's like, all right, well, there's too much stuff. Let's just go with the top thing. What's the top thing? It's The Rock. What is he doing? Anything valuable? Absolutely fucking not. He's just being big. What song? This sounds familiar. Is this original? This is another weird one to me too, right? This is weird to me too because it's like this is like again obviously the whole thing like let's be more inclusive, let's have the Spanish language, right? And the bizarre thing is because I hear this too. It's like we need to promote the Spanish, and we should because the sheer reality of like there's people who don't speak English. In America, like a large chunk who speak only Spanish. There's certain parts, there's certain entire cities where it's like English is just not even spoken. Maybe formally, like in terms of this and that, but like nobody actually speaks it. So for that reason, because there is obviously the thing is like if ICE susses you out in a gas station, if ICE hears Spanish, it's like ears perk up. So there's that angle. But the funny thing, talking about Spain, we were talking about, that's what it is. It's just another it's another language. We're not talking about like Mayan and shit. And Maya was just the one that lost. Because then if Maya won, or one of these ones, Aztecs, if any of these guys won, maybe it would be the same shit. If you were a local, I don't know what any of these local dialects, but you have like a local thing, that gets swept up into Maya. It's all Russian dolls. Okay, it's this swallowing up this, swallowing up that, swallowing up everything. So it's something to think about. It's like, like we're not talking about like the Irish language here, which is limited to, Ireland just wouldn't have had maybe they would have had the capacity to take shit over. We don't know. Would Ireland have become we said Poland tried and they just didn't know what they were doing. They're like, hey, we're gonna take this little thing in Africa, Do you want pierogies? And they're like, get the fuck out of here, bro. And I'm like, okay, I'll just pack my things and go. It wasn't like they didn't learn. They didn't learn from the Belgians. Like we're talking about the Belgians who were just like, oh, you just chop their hands off, and then you just say, hey, I need fucking erasers. Okay, we have lots of pencils because we have a lot of we have a lot of people ordering waffles in our cafes, and then the waffles are so good that they say, hey, I want one waffle. Actually, no, make that 2. Okay, so we need to have someone to erase the 1 and put the 2. Okay, because the waffles are flying off the shelf. Waffles and chocolate are flying off the shelf. It's not that many people because it's Belgium. It's like 10 million people, but that's enough. We need all of everything. What's this, the Congo, right? I think Congo. We need all your thing, and you better you better hurry up and you better do it fast. Otherwise, your hands go bye. The Polish did not think about this. The Polish were impressed they even landed in fucking Africa. They didn't just fucking sail right into an iceberg, you know, up by Greenland. You know, pull a Columbus. Columbus is like, yep, we're going to Asia. And then, like, ended up not going to Asia. And he's like, yep, this is Asia. It's like, well, it's very fucking clearly not, you know, but...
The three of us have all had the privilege of bringing a beloved animated character to the live screen.
I don't know any of these people,
I
too.
played Cinderella. Naomi was Princess Jasmine.
And soon, Hallie will join the club as Ariel in The Little Mermaid. Welcome, babe.
All these characters hold such a special place in our
I
hearts.
thought she had a British
because
accent, too.
animated films
Talk
make
about
up some of the
conundrums.
most formative
I would love to talk to, I'm not a therapist, but it's just somebody. I need to figure out what's going on here. Oh, and that's actually, there you go. See, now we're connected dots. This is now this is something else I want to talk about.
Here are the nominees for Best Animated
Okay.
Feature Film. Encanto, Jared Bush, Byron Howard, Yvette Marino, and Clark Spencer.
Okay.
Flea,
British accents. I used to say,
Sina Bura Sorensen, and Charlotte Delagonadu.
I used to say when in the age of Harry Potter and all this shit, and you see these teenage girls, these teenage girls just literally, you know, I was gonna say something that's not, we're talking about teenage, should not be pulled off of thing. I'm not gonna, you know, but get excited. Okay, Beatlemania kind of shit, or they're passing out and having fucking seizures. You know, ice packs have to be held to the head to fucking resuscitate them, right? This is what we're talking about. It was that level around Harry Potter's. Oh my God, Harry Potter, is Harry Potter doing it? They didn't say it like that. Because if you were in England, they liked it too. But American girls, because everyone thought that it was like, you know, and it was those like proper Brits. Like it wasn't like, hey, how you doing, chap? Like that wasn't. They'd be like, okay, hey, whatever. But it's like, you know, like the kids in schools. Hey there, I think I'm lost. All that shit. I was like, fuck this shit. Especially because the British thing. I'm like, oh, you know. And that's what I said. I said that. Okay, but let's be fucking honest here. I want to, like, what I'm talking about. I want to talk to, like, a therapist or somebody who can pick this apart for me. What is going on with the James Bond thing, but, like, in terms of this. If you're going to talk to me in a British accent, again, not a proper, terribly, like, not that shit. If you're going to talk to me in a British accent, though, okay, I got to say, like, you know, more so than anything else, like more than an Irish accent. That's, you know, for whatever reason, and that's another thing I need to find out. Whatever reason, I like this, you know, the huge disclaimer here, because whatever, there's beauty everywhere, all God's children, you know, and then, hey, it's the person, it's like, we're talking about the individual, right? So they could be the blonde Barbie from Kansas, okay, and they can warm my heart or whatever, you know, theoretically at least. But let's be honest with you, if we had to kind of have a totem pole, or, you know, like a rankings, dead last, okay, dead last is the Barbie blondes in the middle of America. It's just last place. You know, it's like Scandinavian blondes and all this. It's different. This is different. It's different. It's a different vibe. But it's like middle America blondes. Anybody, honestly, anybody the Trump tarts like. That's why I want to dig deeper. I'm like, what's going on here? Because every time I see like anybody that they would consider fucking attractive, like anybody who would work for that guy, you know, and it's just like it's the same. It's like they made of plastic. It's like is a real person? Is this a real fucking person? Is it just because you're raised on like Diet Dr. Pepper or some shit? I don't like. What is it? Like, but it just does not click. Like I said, then again, there's one person. Blah, blah, blah. But by and large, okay. So that's last, and then probably second last is right after that, or right above that on the bottom is Irish. I'm sorry, Irish American maybe is different, but we're talking about Irish. I'm sorry, and I get that I'm already in hot water with the Irish because listen, I'm just being honest here. You want to skip through everything else that's in between. You want to go to the top of that fucking list. You talk about, you speak, like I said, you speak to me in a British accent. You speak to me in a British, if you're anything other than white, like you're a brown girl from Britain with a English accent, Desi's in trouble. It's that, and then like I said, the Mediterranean. So on that note, because I had to start, because I was watching, there's two shows And I know this is gonna make me sound like I'm trying to make this sound like there's a lot of pieces on there and I want to fuck the shit up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm also not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna be dishonest with you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with what's happening. It's not only in Desi's head, but in all the fucking chakras. Okay, so in all the chakras, there's two shows that are like you want to talk about a type, Desi's type. Encapsulated in two shows where it's like we're talking 75-80% just you know and that is the one is that there's a show, the Black Mirror. I would say I know you might say that does not match you, Desi. It actually does, because you know why I like that show? Because it never ends well. And it's like, yeah, you see this text shit that you created, here's how it's gonna come fucking kill you. That's why it vibes with me, actually. That's why I like it. And you can say, oh, it's British. No, but it has a certain reputation. It's like, no. It's a good fucking show. And then, you know what's funny? Is that the one that has the happy ending, that's everybody's favorite. It's like, yeah, but see, that's the problem. Because you're watching shit to be made happy at the end. And that's not what things are. And then if you trace that shit forward, because the whole thing is they spend all the time together, it's like, when you trace that shit forward, it's actually sad. And I don't want to spoil whatever the thing is. But the idea was like, the happy ending, but keep it going, keep the camera rolling, and it's actually sad. And it's fucked up, and there's a lot of fucked up endings in that show, and I'm like, I'd like that. But it also, in addition to the endings and then the whole text message and all that kind of shit, I also, it's like I said, 75-80%, like, we're talking about, like, okay, they know Desi's type. They just know Desi's type. They just do. They nailed it. They nailed it on that show. I salute to that guy for creating, but also because he knew what he was doing. He the taste buds, he landed it. So it's that, and here's the other one. So that's the one I always pointed to. But here's the other one, and it's a surprise one. But after so many episodes, and then this is one I want to have a look at too, because it makes a lot more less sense to me. But no, it actually makes sense. Kitchen Nightmares. Kitchen Nightmares. Okay, we're not even talking about, but this is why we're talking. I'm not a Hollywood, Don't make yourself look like a blow-up doll. Okay, we're talking about real human beings, and there's something about the desperation. And first of all, they're all half of them are Mediterranean, right? So then we're in good place already, because is that like I said, British, but particularly like ethnic British and Mediterranean, we're in good territory. We're in good fucking territory. Okay, these are the prime locations. This is actually what I maybe have to. Once the Desi Empire expands, and we will expand for that reason, at least partially. Once Desi it's like these are gonna be the reasons we go, and we will fight wars for this shit. Unless you just look locally, because there's a lot of. But regardless, the whole thing is. Every like wife of, especially like I said in the Mediterranean, Greek, Italian, Arab, whatever the fuck's going on over there, is like just nines and up, and in a non-conventional way. In a way, it's actually not nines. So there are nines there, but it's also like it's like again, I don't know. Is it the desperation? Is it the Mediterranean? Or whatever. It all comes, and they're all like New York and thing too. So there's that whole thing going on. Kitchen Nightmares. Who would have thought? But for whatever reason, there's something. So like I said, I don't know which chakra it is. One of these chakras starts lighting up. Okay, and it's like, this is what I want to find out. This is what I want to investigate. I want to talk. But who do you go to? Because you can't go to a fucking Park Slope fucking psychologist. I had this whole thought, right? I don't care, if you I'm not judging you on who you vote for, right? Like, it's not like who you actually, because you have two fucking choices. All right, so your whole thing is like you vote for somebody and just be like, it is what it is, Do I judge if you voted for a literal fucking dead guy? You know what? But it was a choice, and you were voting to say, hey, get Donnie away from the buttons, okay? Get him as far away from the fucking buttons as possible, which sounds fair enough to me. Fair enough, okay? So let's vote for the corpse. Let's vote for the fucking the diaper. But yeah, that like it was kind of like what I was saying about the jobs. It's like that should be your maximum level of enthusiasm. If it's anything more than that, if you're a psychiatrist and you're like an enthusiastic Biden, I'm not gonna talk to you, because then if you're an enthusiastic Biden supporter, it means listen, there's no enthusiasm. Maybe there are, but that to me it's just oxymoron. It's a Trump-tard fucking thing. Therapist. That does the Trump-tard therapist doesn't make any fucking sense. That's like somebody who sells heaters and ice cream. It's like the whole point of that is that they all need fucking therapy. You all need therapy. Because other than that, it's just like they're literally 5 years away from doing that. Okay, so Trump's gonna win the next time because nobody knows what the fuck they're doing now, and everybody's thinking, and then they look like Trump was better, and so he's gonna win. He's gonna be fucking 80, and then whoever's. But then the next guy on top of that is just gonna be, you know what he's gonna be? It's gonna be the guy, the cop guy from the New York City. This is literally what he is. He's just a fucking ape. He's what's his name? The Irish, obviously, right? Irish guy, Pat, whatever the fuck. The PBA guy. He's on these fucking guys, and we're gonna fucking. And then that's that. So that guy's gonna win. Just because of that, because it's all going to just descend to that. And you're going to be going in for a cup of coffee down the street, and everyone's going to be talking like that. Because they're just regressing at an alarming fucking rate. And it's going to be like all that shit, right? So, again, is therapy going to solve? I think we're beyond therapy at this point. So, I guess I'd be surprised. Show me a therapist who's an enthusiastic Trump supporter. It just would not make sense to me. It does not make sense. But we're talking about, like, Biden supporters, like, again, if I sit down there and I say that and I say, hey, can you help explain to me this phenomenon, right? How is it that and it's not limited to me. And the funny thing is, because I shit on like the young lefty, whatever, all these like young lefty, and then like something like this, and it's like. And it's like, and people of color and this and white, like doing all like going through the motions of like the virtue signal and shit. And they all have white guys, like they're all. Partners are all white and white, not like like not Mick whatever, not not like French Canadian even. It's just white. You're like, when was the last like ancestor that was not like nobody knows because they stopped counting after Walmarts came out. They're just like, who gives a shit? We get shit for cheap. We're just gonna rot here. And and that's why they're just voids. Again, every once in a while you get an interesting Tom Hanks or whatever it is, like interesting enough, for lack of a better term, just cracker, right? Like you get an interesting guy, and it's great, right? But that's really gravitate towards it. All while having, so there's this fucking cognitive dissonance. That's fucking right, cognitive dissonance, and I shit on that, and I say, hey, but like, the same thing's going on in Desi's mind. In the walls of Desi's mind, like I said, throughout the whole, all his energy source centers, whatever it is. We have a disconnect, and I just want to get to the heart of that. But if I show up in Park Slope and I say, hey, Doc, what's going on here? Can you help me? They'd be like, oh, well, that's an assumption of this. And it's like, all right, well, so we're not digging deep then. We're only digging deep in the ways that you want to dig deep. But I need to dig deep in the way that it is. So what am I allowed to confess to you? What am I not allowed to confess to you? Can I tell you about what I think about this person? Can I tell you what I thought about doing? Or is that not allowed? Are you going to report me? What's going on here? Along with the way of saying, I want to investigate that one day. What is it about? What is it about that? What is it about the British accent and all that kind of, like, how do I, because I got this cognitive thing of like, fuck all that shit. And then also, hey, I'm sorry, but it works. It works, so I don't know. I'm just fucking, let's go back to shit that we don't need to watch, that we're just lost in.
This is a very important display. Hattie McDaniel was the first black Oscar winner. Her award went missing after she donated it to a university.
Did Rye?
And this empty case honors her historic win.
It also honors all the Oscars won by black directors.
Did he not win? Like I'm acting like I don't know his name. Fucking Steve McQueen. Didn't he not? Steve McQueen didn't win.
See, this is what you wear when you break up with Oscar. This is like the ultimate revenge gown, because it says you could have had this.
I thought he won for 12 Years a Slave. No.
Everything in this room belongs to Mr. Spike Lee.
Wait a minute, he just left it here.
He won the Academy. Oh, Best Picture. Oh, he didn't win for Best Director. I never understood that. I just never like. What do you like? Why is that different? Because the same thing with Scorsese. Like the guy they would win Best Picture, but then he didn't win fucking. And then what did he win for? He won for something that wasn't even his best thing. No. Or no, he did win for The Departed. Did he win for The Departed? What was his first? Who gives a shit? First of all, like just the preface. Who gives a shit? Because the fact that Scorsese won his first one when he was what 70, like I mean, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm not these one. Like I hate people who do the names and the Scorsese and like they go Scorsese and then Tarantino and it's Scorsese. It's like you know, like I hate that whole thing of like yeah, let's just drop like you know. Like, let's drop his first name because, like, we're such buddies, and it's like, yeah, and this guy, you know. But in fairness, he backs it up. Like, Tarantino sucks. Fuck that guy. Another guy is like, fuck that guy. It's all fake horseshit. You hear the guy at the typewriter going, yeah, these characters are gonna be, and they're all fake. It's all comic book fucking dog shit. And he's just on about his dialogue. He's masturbating over his own dialogue. He's like, oh my dialogue. Your dialogue sucks. Go out in the fucking real world. But it's not. It's based on this whole thing. He's like, and it's a tribute to this. He's not saying anything ever. It's annoying. Fuck that guy.
Complained about mispronouncing my name in publicly.
See, here we go. See, like Asia, bring on an Asian woman to cover up the fact that we would for 40 years just shut Asian people out of the fucking and now we'll laugh extra harder. And you know what? This is actually what it is too. Have you ever seen like have you seen was the one Parasite? Have you ever seen these Asian movies like from Asia? Like they wipe the fucking floor. They wipe the floor with all these other shits. Like none of these compete with that. And I'm not saying that, like, it's just that good. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I hate about this whole thing. It's like this idea of, like, oh, okay, we're sorry. We'll lift you up. It's like, they don't need your help to lift it up. Like, they're fucking better than you. They're better than you. That's why I don't understand. Like we need to put on, like more black artists, black things. Like, black artists are better than you. They make better stuff. What is it, 12? America's, what, 12% black? Are you gonna say 12% of the music for the past, I don't know, 50 fucking years has been like 12% of the good music has been black? That's like 60 fucking percent, over fucking 50 at least. They don't like, you know what I mean? Like there's this idea of like, oh, now we'll help. It's like, but this is what I'm talking about. It's like this whole Mother Teresa fucking complex. Like, oh, now we're gonna lift you. We're gonna help you. You're not, you motherfucking. You're in the fucking way. You're in the way. You're making boardroom meetings disguised as fucking movies. You know, like, just cut the fuck. Oh, we'll add more to the corporate board. How about just burn the fucking corporate board down? But fear not. When Desi gets in power, we're starting with Amazon. Okay, he's getting shot to fucking more. Actually, no, we might actually save him. We'll have a special punishment for that guy, and it's all personal and it's all whatever. And people get all thinking like, oh, why are you being all? Don't even worry about it. Just imagine that he fondled me. He did it because I'm gonna get sued, or he didn't fondle me, or he didn't kill my brother, or any of this shit. But pretend he did, because he might as well have. Because that's the kind of revenge we're coming for. When the Desi Empire comes, he better get on the first boat to some other country, because it will not be fun for him. It will not be fun for him. And he thinks he's getting a spacesuit when he gets sent to Mars? Think again.
Try to distract you with nonsense, but I assume these two beat me to it.
What's this for? We haven't been watching any of this.
Yeah, there's no one with
and it's already only an hour and 20. There's an hour and a half. I don't think can I go on for another hour and a half? Can I really go on for another fucking hour and a half?
It's not like you've suddenly given voice to your feelings.
This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a tough. This is. I wonder if it's gonna be better if when we do the Mets. We're gonna do Mets. Oh, we have to do West Ham too. West Ham was off this weekend. We're gonna do Mets opening day. We got a month and a half of huge boxing matches coming up. We got some interesting, huge ones and then not so big ones that are like the Lubin Fedora is interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen there. We got I know Raleigh and Thing and Gervonta. Shakur thing. Shakur. I think it's gonna be not to disrespect Valdez, but I think that's gonna be Lance. I just listen. If you want to call me a nut hugger for Shakur, it's like I'm willing to put the money behind it.
No, not me, Natty.
What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What did she just say?
This is the first Oscar in nomination for Troy Kotsur. He is the second deaf actor to win.
Oh, you see? Do you see what I fucking mean? This is what I'm talking about. It's so... I'm sure he was great. I'm sure he was great. But, like, now, like, do you understand why? Listen, I saw, when I was younger, what was it, like 15, 20 years at this point? They had the one... Ray Charles won Best Album the year he died. And, again, it was a great... It's Ray Charles, okay? It's great. But, like, you know, like, we talk about, like, this was like 2 years out, like the Outkast one, right? Like this is 2 years after that, like Hey Ya, so it was like around then, or maybe it was the next year. Okay, you're coming off of like that's when you said, hey, that's the album that thing was all over the place, and that was the height of that band at the height of the thing, and they're already it's like them at the height of their thing, doing an album that was everywhere, and like that was that, and they went from that to like, hey, let's do this thing that's just like, because the guy died, because he died, like Heath Ledger won this shit because he died. Was it great? It was great, but that's not this.
It's really amazing that our film Coda has reached out worldwide. It even reached all the way to the White House, and they invited the cast to Coda to visit and have a tour of the White House. And we met our President Joe and Dr. Jill. And I was planning on teaching them some dirty sign language, but Marley Matlin told me to behave myself. So don't worry.
Yeah, just don't ask any hard-hitting questions when you're, and don't just go, see, this is what I'm saying. It's part of the fucking scene. I remember
all of the wonderful deaf theater stages where I was allowed and given the opportunity to develop my craft as an actor. Thank you. I read one of Spielberg's books recently, and he said that the best director, the definition of the best director was a skilled communicator. Sean Hayter, you are the best communicator. And the reason why is you brought the deaf world and the hearing world together, and you are our bridge. And your name will forever be on that bridge, Sean Hayter Bridge, here in Hollywood. And that was supported by Apple, Sundance, all of our cast, our crew, our producers, and the community of Gloucester, Massachusetts. So I just want to say, hey, fishermen, hey, Popeyes, don't forget to eat your spinach. My dad, he was the best signer in our family. But he was in a car accident, and he became paralyzed from the neck down, and he no longer was able to sign. Dad, I learned so much from you. I'll always love you. You are my hero. Thank you. Thank you to my biggest fans, my wife and my daughter Kira, in my hometown of Mesa, Arizona, and Mark Finley, my manager, and our team. I just wanted to say that this is dedicated to the deaf community, the CODA community, and the disabled community. This is our moment.
Is that what that movie was about?
To my mom, my dad, and my brother Mark,
I
they're
guess
not here today, but look at me now.
I guess they gave him the extra time. They gave him a lot of extra time. But listen.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what it stands for. Child of... Oh, shit. Wow. Child... That's nuts, actually. It's called a child of deaf adults. That's nuts, because you have parents who don't hear, and then you... Wow. It says Apple Plus, so I'm not watching it, but, you know. Although you can't...
Congratulations, Troy Kotsur, on winning Best Supporting Actor.
shut up. See, this is why they don't understand this. Okay, was that a nice moment? Yes, it was nice. It was like uplifting for the soul. And but wait. Actually, you know what? No, you know what? This is a fucking Buzz. Is that Buzz? See, they're running out of shit to do. No. See, now it's serious. Are they about to fucking ruin this shit? This is, oh my god, this shit too. Do you know what it's like? It's like an outhouse that just never gets cleaned out. It's like just, and then you know, you have like the doll. You have like this nice doll, and it's like a bit different, and you know, and then it just falls into the outhouse. And then not only did it fall, they just shit more on it. There's just more shit on the fucking doll in the outhouse. It's just every day is like, and they're gonna make it live action because I don't know what are you doing? What are you doing? But this is what I'm saying. Everything is like, oh, what was the last thing that made $1 billion? Toy Story. Have we killed that yet? Have we just dragged that shit through the fucking thing? No, let's do that then. Nothing can ever just stand and be like, hey, that was. First of all, with that, did I see the fourth one? No, because you made 3 and it was fine and it was good. Cut it there. But there's no such thing as cut in this world. Okay, because there's too much money involved. This is what I'm saying. Was that a nice moment with the deaf guy? Yes, but you know, is it not enough to do the movie? Like, is the art in the movie not enough? If you're a deaf kid and you want to be inspired, you're gonna watch that movie. You're gonna say, "Oh shit, he's in that movie." The acting itself is enough. You know, like it's not like, "Oh, I didn't give a shit," and then they gave him this fucking plastic trophy, or it's not plastic. It's gold. Whatever the fuck it is, I don't care. It's worthless. They give him this thing, and it's like now he's validated. Now he's in the club. That's all it is. You know what it is? That's their way of saying in the club. And you're not in the club. You're not in the club. You know, if anything, they'll throw you back under the bus, and then you'll have someone you can sell off to make some money in the future when times aren't so good, because they say, hey, you're not what we need right now. Like, they're still the fucking gatekeepers, which they're not. That's the whole point about this shit. This is why I don't know. Am I just not plugged in, or do these movies not matter anymore? But what I was saying was, the thing is enough. You know, the moment is enough, and yet you should recognize great regardless of thing, right? But if it's like they don't ever recognize. It's like, yeah, you think that, you know, maybe like, yeah, we want to, you know, we created this photo op moment. We created that, and like I said, it could be. It's what we were saying earlier with the V word, and I'm not gonna get into it, but we were saying with the V word, it's like, yes, does it work? Probably. Did I get it? Yes, but that's not the point. You're not recognizing the fact that you're not recognizing the elephant in the room. Right now, we're in an age where I think maybe not. Maybe people are just dumb. But I feel like a lot of people can see. A lot of people can see that there's this elephant in the room, and now they sometimes they blow the thing up out of proportion, and they're like, hey, you know, because there's an elephant in the room, that means this, and that, and this, and that. And hey, these people are phony. Ergo, you know, let's tolerate this shit, and then fuck anything that has to do with that. So then, blah 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 blah. Everybody becomes a cop. All that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying is like there's no recognition in the fucking.
Yeah, 2 superheroes. See, you've been in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And I'm Tiffany Haddish. Ask my community about me.
Fair enough. We are here to present the award for International
What are you
Feature
wearing?
Film, which is particularly exciting for me since I come from an international country that for many Americans may seem exotic and different. Canada.
Parlez-vous français?
Oh, oui. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Ooh, okay. I didn't even know that France was in Canada. That's crazy. That is crazy. You know, it's
Everybody's trying so hard. They're just trying so hard.
Yeah, I like that circle bacon.
Yeah, female.
You know,
Okay.
The men with the jackets that ride on mooses with the hats.
Yeah, I could do that.
I generally like her too.
Accent.
Yeah, I love the accent.
It's the vowels. Yeah. We're gonna need to unpack that later.
I don't know who this guy is. Who is this guy?
Here are the nominees for Best International Feature Film.
Do I know any of these things?
From Japan, Drive My Car, directed by Ryusuke Hamaguchi. From Denmark, Flee, directed by Jonas Boer Rasmussen.
Denmark, yeah.
From Italy, The Hand of God, directed by
Oh, is that about Maradona?
From Bhutan, Lunana, A Yak in a Classroom, directed
Bhutan. Holy shit.
From Norway, The Worst Person in the World.
By Jørgen Gundelslanden. Hardensland. Is Hand of God, is that about Maradona?
Oscar goes to Drive My Car, Japan. Yes.
This is the 5th Oscar and
No.
14th
Oh!
nomination for Japan.
But yes, okay. Young thing lives in Naples with his father. He doesn't have many friends. Wants to study philosophy for college. For the time being, he's mainly listening to music and watching Maradona play for his team Napoli. We gotta watch this movie because we're Napoli people. I don't know if has that ever been made clear on this thing.
Thank you very much.
We're Napoli people. We got one scarf on the wall, and that's Cologne because we're FC Cologne people too. We go one per league. Okay, obviously Premier League we got West Ham. Irish League we got Bohemians. Okay, Serie A, Napoli. We're fucking Napoli people. And thing. What did I say? What am I saying? Oh, Scotland. See, everyone's like, oh, Celtic. Fuck the both of them. Fuck the both of them. And I know this whole thing in Scotland's like Edinburgh and thing and Glasgow, and Edinburgh is supposed to be posh. I don't give a shit. Hibs. Going Hibs. Okay? So, Hibs, West Ham, Bohemian. Because everyone, the same thing. Shamrock Rovers. No, Bohemians. Napoli. We gotta figure out what's going on with Spain, because I'm you know what it is? It's like, hey, I'm in the position I was with the Premier League, because it was like Liverpool. I was Liverpool, but it was like, oh, I wasn't. I need someone else. I don't care enough. So that's when West Ham came together, and it was a match made in heaven. So I feel like with that, because it's Barcelona, but the funny thing is, since Ronaldinho, I have not liked. Like, there's who have I liked? Like, I'm not a huge Messi guy. I don't really like. Was it Suarez? Was it? I'm not. You know. There's been very few. I've not been like a huge fan of any of the players or anything. So it's kind of like, you know. I was looking at maybe like Bilbao or the other one, or Sociedad. But Sociedad is supposed to be cunts. I don't know. Moyes was there. I don't know. We have to. That Spain we need to figure out.
It's impossible to not be moved by their
Mila.
One cannot help but be in awe of those who find strength to keep fighting through unimaginable darkness. The next nominee for Best Song is a story of hope, perseverance, and survival that celebrates the strength of the human spirit. Composed by 13-time Oscar nominee Diane Warren. Here to perform Somehow You Do from the film 4 Good Days.
Did she say, what did she say? She say Ukraine or no? Reba McEntire, she's like the one, she always got that kind of face on her. She's probably nice to her, but she always did that kind of face, like.
Your back's about to break and you're standing at the end of your rope.
Good old country songs. What were we saying? Oh, the teams. A couple other ones we need to figure out. Netherlands. Again, I was going Ajax. Because it was Zealand, but maybe we got to do a deeper dive there. I feel like anytime we default to like the top team, anytime we default to, I mean, they're like a UEFA contender, but they're not like thing. They're not like the Super League shit. Anytime you default to Super League, you know, you gotta kind of stay out of the Super League. Like I said, I like Barcelona as an institution. Like, I don't really like the players. I don't know if Barcelona won, would I really give a shit? You know what I mean? How was the last time they won, too? I don't even... It's been a couple of years now, no? So we might need a new team for Spain. Portugal, I got no clue. Poland's another one, too. What are we doing with Poland? The couple teams... So it's between... There's a team... Was it Alenia Torin? Because we're talking about my neck of the woods. So Alenia Torin, and then there's the Grujons one. So it's probably between the two of them. But then they're like 4th, 5th league. So who's our like big bucks? You know, the top. Maybe we don't have one. Maybe we just go for the small guys. So that's another one we got to think about. Germany, we said Cologne. Belgium, we don't have a team. Bruges, just by default. But then, yeah, I don't know. France. What's going on with France? Another one, see, because I like Mbappe. I like watching Mbappe. I fucking don't care for fucking Neymar. Don't care for like Messi, like I said. So I think we got Areola. Is he going back there? What's the story? I don't know. They say they might resign him. But I don't know. As a P, I don't know. I don't want PSG either. I was looking at there was another Paris one. I don't know anything outside. Well, maybe I do know, but I don't know. We need to find a team for France too. I was looking at FC Paris, and I was like, oh, maybe we'll do that because they're like the one league below. But then apparently they're just a bunch of Nazis and shit. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe that's not true. But again, Wikipedia. It's important with all this shit too. You know what Real means? So we can't do Sociedad because Real. You know what Real means royal. So fuck that shit. You know what I mean? And Real Madrid is like Are they bringing him up? They were supposed to. What was the story? Sean Penn was getting all pissed off because he's like, they don't want. Is he gonna speak? Are they gonna let this guy speak? You know what? That was a nice message. That was these messages. They're so nice and appropriate and good that they should follow it up with one for Palestine and Yemen. And I wonder why that is. And that's not to before we get to the conspiracy theory of it's a certain group of people who run Hollywood. No, it's not. Because you know what, with the whole thing with that, it all goes back to the United States. Okay, more so than anything else. Because if you know how Desi thinks about things, everybody has a right to a homeland. Jews as well. Jewish homeland is non-negotiable. Now, we're already too far into this whole thing. Not to open up that whole onion, but just to clarify. You know, the only reason that's happening is because they're getting under the good graces and they're being propped up by the United States. Okay, so from that angle, that's why you won't see any of that shit. Because Yemen is the same fucking thing, and Yemen is even because who's the perpetrators in Yemen? It's not Israel. It's Saudi Arabia. Hence my point. It's a business thing. They got the oil, so I'm sorry, Yemen kid, you're gonna have to just fucking starve for today. You're gonna hear me going. So maybe that was a bad idea. So I'll choose for 2 minutes and then I'll spit it out before I choke on it. Obviously. I'm so bored. I'm so fucking bored. I'm sure if I'm bored, I mean, whoever's on this thing, whenever it comes out, however it comes out, like I said, one day this will be a Desi While You Do episode. So between 8 and 15 minutes. Sweet spot. Well, maybe we'll do like if we can't squeeze this down to 8:50, maybe we have to. Oh, there he is. Oh, just seeing his fucking round fucking head. Just seeing his round fucking head. I'm shocked that he is. Oh, is that Johnny Leguizamo? Okay. Oh, I'm surprised they haven't brought him up yet either. Yeah. No. I've been in a lot of movies. You like this life? This could be yours. Just follow your dream. Work hard. Fuck that guy. In Buffalo. I guess that's where we are. We're in Buffalo. What happened in Buffalo? Wasn't there a whole thing? Just some girl won the primary? And then they're like, yep, nope, just kidding. No, she won the primary, but then they ran against her, and then they won in the
Celebrating life.
and she was the socialist, but she actually seemed she was saying all the right things. It was like, she had this attitude about it. I saw like a clip or two, and then they're like, oh, she's gonna win, right? No, oh, never mind. I forgot. That's how this, the machine must not be. Don't put the fork in the machine. Unless it's our washing machine, in which case we'll wash you clean of your fucking humanity, and you'll come out good, like these people. And we care so much. Oh Lord, how much more? How much more? Short films. These, Tubi. Polish.
The Long Goodbye. Anil Karya and Riz Ahmed. On My Mind. Martin Stronga Hansen
And
Kim
Gushenhofen.
Please Hold. Katie Davila and Levin Meneksha.
Let's go Poland.
And the Oscar goes to The Long Goodbye.
In such divided times, we believe that the role of story is to remind us that there is no us and them, there's just us. And this is for everyone who feels like they don't belong, anyone who feels like they're stuck in a no man's land. You're not alone. We'll meet you there. That's where the future is. Peace.
What accent was that?
You come here for the spice you take it, giving nothing in return. How can the Emperor?
I think. How much more we got? How much? Oh yeah. So yeah.
In the future.
So in the future. In the future. What are we going on? We're going on. We just cracked 2 fucking hours. Holy shit! Well, we started late. We made the coffee, so it hasn't really been 2 hours. But fuck. Holy shit. Watch something has been wrong this whole time. Imagine that.
Every Oscar win represents a life-changing moment. While all are significant, some are historic. For her spectacular Afro-futuristic looks in Black Panther, Ruth made history as she became
The first
black
designer to win is what we're doing. You know what we're doing too. So we have to stratify. We make strata. Holy what? Des, do I recognize you anymore? Did you just say the word strata? Yes, I did. I'm gonna make strata out of this shit. So the top stratum, whatever the fuck, is the Des Empire. But along the way, right? So the mayor is gonna be part of the plan, the steps. One of the steps. One of the steps we're gonna do, whatever fucking role we get, we'll run for governor too. Especially if Meatball's back, we're gonna run for governor too. Whatever we get, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna find the first of everything. So that's it. I'm just done hearing. That's all this shit operates on. Yes, there's a giant crater in this fucking planet. Everyone's starving. Everyone's gonna die and get wiped out. But guess what? Today, the first blank. Can we just go ahead and give everybody the first? Make no firsts left. Give them nothing to get out of doing work for. But then if you do that, then it's like what they do in Congress all day long. And then it's like, what's this, costumes? It's like what they do in Congress. It's like, yeah, we'll get to the shit that we won't be able to do anything about anyway because we're just powerless. And we look after ourselves first again. Smart move. Corruption is the way to go. But with all the, the bridge that's about to fall apart that needs emergency funding, it's going to hold off. Because today's the 20th anniversary of, the Whitney Houston B-side, like some Whitney Houston B-side, but it was like significant for this and this, but it wasn't even significant. But we need something to celebrate, and we need another anniversary, because God forbid, and listen, if it's for Whitney Houston, I guess I'm for it because whatever. But like, hey, You know what I mean? Just find. Hey, it's the 35th anniversary of the Korean remake of the Bad News Bears. Even though Bad News Bears probably came out after that. Bad News Korean Bears, okay, and as you know, because we're shining light on the people beating the shit out of Asians for no reason. So to counteract that, are we gonna do anything about all that kind of stuff? No, we're not gonna do. Are we gonna do anything to improve the life of Asian Americans? No, we're not gonna touch that. That's not. It's out of our realm. But what we'll do is we'll say, hey, good job, and we'll show up in a photo op. We'll go to a restaurant and be like, and we did that. We'll put that online and get 5 likes. And then sneer at the next reality show guy who runs for office, even though he's got public by the balls. Just gonna say, on the Wikipedia factoid I found out, they call it the Charlie Sheen effect, and they say that Charlie Sheen did more for fucking HIV than any of these clowns, And there's whole thing of like, oh, he's going to look at his tablet. It's like, you know what? Fame is fame. Because fame is power. If that's the currency, because I keep using this word currency, and it's actually good, it's smart, because currency means, like I said, anything that's like, anything is current, anything that has like, that you can use, you can cash in. If that's the society we're building, then that's the rate you gotta go. This is the Desi game plan. But so all these people who are sitting there going, yeah, what did you do for HIV? Not nearly as much as the guy who fucking caught it and acted a fool, whatever, and gave the greatest interview of all time, building his profile on this, and then guess what? Now everybody knows. And now people who would have been like, maybe people who had it, now got diagnosed and now are on treatment when they wouldn't have been. Sometimes you want to be what you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? The fucking thing is a utilitarian. You want to be utilitarian. You want to be like good for the most numbers. Sometimes it happens in a way that diverts from the script and makes sure like you're reminds you that people who are trying to do things for prestige and lifestyle and all that, it doesn't. You're either gonna do it or you're not. We're gonna look at power. We're gonna look at numbers. We're gonna look at money or not. I'm gonna play this. Did he say Latinx? Did he say?
You know the Oscar statue was modeled after Mexican-American actor Emilio Fernandez in 1928? That's right. And he still looks great, because brown don't break down. And if you
Did he say Latinx?
You're have 13 and a half inches of Mexican in your hands. Called Oscar. And now we have something
What is he, Puerto Rican?
special. For the first time ever, a live performance of the song from Encanto, a movie that I'm
He's
very
Colombian.
proud to be part of. And they're going to do that Bruno song, which they didn't ask me to sing, even though I am Bruno.
I didn't know that.
What's up with that? You know what I mean? Well, we know why, because I can't sing. But I'm sure you've heard this song before. It's played more times than Happy Birthday. So please take it away, fam.
Oh, another rule. Did I say this? In the Desi Empire. In the Desi Empire, acoustic guitars, if you're under the age of 40, banned. Okay, I don't give a fuck about the context. Oh, you're good or you whatever. I don't care. Banned. Instant fucking gulag. If you're on the street, if you're a 40-something-year-old, technique, I guess, maybe it should be technique-based, but here's the thing. If you usually the older you get, the more you finish. If you're 16, you're doing one of these, maybe you go in there too. You're just abusing this fucking box. But that's the kind of, if you're young, if you're a teenager, you just plug some shit in and make some fucking noise on whatever apparatus. I don't give a fuck if it's digital, if it's a computer, whatever. You make noise. Don't sit there and go gulag. Gulag for you. 40. We're setting it. We'll change it on my whim. We'll see how it goes. This is a heads up. You know what? I'm actually kind of glad that just went out. I didn't touch anything. It just went out. Just say technical issue. I'm actually kind of glad because I am wiped. Okay, this has been an eye-opening experience because it's 2 hours in, and usually sometimes you get 2 hours in and you just hit your stream of energy and you're like, yeah, let's go. But you have to genuinely enjoy and be engaged in the thing. Like we did it with Twitter, but even then it was 2 hours. Like, holy fuck. Watching baseball, this is good to know. Okay, I'm drained. I'm at the point where it's like I get such little enjoyment out of this whole spectacle. Okay, and like the problem is that I sometimes when I rant about things retrospectively, and it's just like, okay, I watched this thing last night, and now I had the 24 hours to cobble together some sort of reaction and then just go boo, right? But now, like while I'm doing it live, it's like the combination of depressing and it's just like, oh, I gotta fucking sit and watch this shit. You know what I mean? Like, how can I really be screaming on a screen for 3 straight hours? Am I gonna refresh this? Are we doing this? Do I have a choice? I have a choice. I'm acting like I don't. All right, we'll refresh it once and then I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna decide, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Oh, don't. Whoa. See, there we go. There we go. I'm getting all the fucking clicks. I'm getting every fucking ad. Now my shit's gonna be polluted. I still don't know. She was cut it. Oh, thank you.
You'd never know what's going to happen when you're out here streaming the Disney bundle. With Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. There are all kinds of surprises. Over 700 episodes of The Simpsons? FX shows only on Hulu.
Is that that guy? Is that that wrestler?
The complete 30 for 30 library on ESPN Plus? A bigger screen? Okay, stream. Now I'm getting lightheaded.
Is that wrestler?
Streaming at its best.
The guy, he's like the Rock Light.
Stephen, did you know a TurboTax Live expert can do your simple tax return for you?
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. And by ladies and gentlemen, I mean nobody. And that's part of what's influencing my decision. I think I might wind down. What time is this gonna be over? I don't care. I just don't care about any. Even like just seeing like that, like John Leguizamo, I thought was a real guy. He's shouting out, I don't get it. I don't get it. Shouting out, that's great. The great shout out. We know the history of the trophy, but I'm saying the trophy doesn't fucking matter. The trophy doesn't mean shit. Okay. So I'm gonna take a fucking nap. Editing this is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. Editing this is gonna be. This is gonna be challenging going forward. I might just say less. You know what I mean? There's gonna be points where I'm just gonna be bored, but then again, I guess I gotta be engaged. I'm not engaged by this. This is just so worthless and stupid. We'll wait for the dead people. We're gonna wait for the dead people, then we're gonna sign off. Hopefully they don't leave that till last. I just want to see. I usually keep up to pace with the whole, because they're on the front page of Wikipedia, and they tell you every day, and they say this guy and that guy. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I missed somebody. Maybe I'll be like, oh fuck, I don't want to say a name because God forbid, it's like they're not dead yet, but you wake up tomorrow and it's not that I believe in that shit, but then Carl Jung, I think that's, like what that guy was saying, Carl Jung, look that shit up. I actually have to do more research on that too. But he was saying that there's not a coincidence, it's like that you're putting something out into the ether, probably butchering what his whole thing was, but
Something so horrific could have come to pass.
Another show. There's just, how is there more shows? How is there more shows?
Unlimited is going ultra. Now our best plan ever gives you more than ever. You get 6 entertainment subscriptions included, like ESPN Plus.
Oh Lord. Just show me the dead people, please. Show me the fucking dead people. What, is there anything else I gotta touch base on? Maybe we just gotta go off on another fucking tangent. You know, maybe that's what you're here to see. Yeah, no, again, nobody's here. So who's here to see what? Nobody's here to see nothing. And then that means everybody's here to see something. So maybe I'm just not offering.
Scan now and get exclusive 360 immersive views via the Thank You Cam with Verizon 5G Ultra Pass.
Is that gonna be? Is it? How far are we going in with this 360 thing, with the VR thing? You know, I feel like it's one of those things people keep saying it's coming, and I'm like, I don't know. If people say it's coming, maybe it's not coming. Who's saying it's coming? Do these guys need it to happen too? I thought you say Savar? Why? Why shout out to Will Smith? Will Smith is another guy. He's talented. Unlike our buddy fucking Dwayne. And this movie I don't get too. You know, why not make a movie about them? Why would you make a movie about the girls? But because it's Will Smith, see this thing, then Will Smith couldn't be the main guy. Will Smith's like, I am not doing this unless I am the main guy. It's just such fake laughs too. There, it's so fake. The whole thing's fake. It's a fake empire. Fake. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like, you ever seen like a really nice like cake, like a wedding cake? You know, it's like that. It looks whatever, and then you take a fucking bite of that shit. You're like, this is disgusting. This is essentially, like I said, now white melted crayons, white and red and whatever the fuck. And sponge cake, I'm biting into a little fucking sponge. That's what it tastes like.
I'm right here. Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, of course they could see.
What are you doing? This was not the plan.
Well, we're supposed to dress up as our favorite movie, right?
All right, you know what? No, that's not what we were doing. You know what? I had with y'all. I'm through. You know what? I saved a lot. Like a lot.
What? Wait, we're sorry, Daddy. Please. Okay, yeah, me. Okay, I do not know how to get down, so somebody could maybe come. Somebody want me in Marvel?
I thought I'd get some drinks. What would anyone like?
Why the fuck are we looking at this shit?
Orange juice with folic acid. Maker's Mark, please.
She's kidding. Junebug has a wonderful sense of humor, just one of her many genetic gifts.
I'm on the awkward phone. Oh, hello. Like I'm pregnant and awkward. No, like you are. Why are we remembering that movie?
15 years ago.
Oh, that's why, because they gotta bring him up.
Of reading a wholly original screenplay that felt new and exciting.
Juno had me hooked from the very first page and was completely confused.
Get it?
With
Page.
distinctive voice.
Wordplay.
It was like it wasn't unlike anything I'd ever read before.
There were definitely some phrases in there I
But see, this is too. Like, why? Like, why? Like, you know what I mean?
Your ego is prego and pork swords.
Like the nominees in this next category.
I guess because they're presenting, but see, like, again, they know what they're doing. Because so, what's his career?
Original screenplay. Belfast.
Is it just me, or has it been downhill, and then that would resuscitate it? Not to say that that's what I'm just gonna step off that too, because now I've stepped on a landmine. But this is what I'm talking about. There's creating landmines and they're acting like they're not putting fucking landmines in the ground. You're putting landmines in the ground.
The Worst Person in the World, written by Eskil Vogt, Joachim Trier.
And the Oscar goes to
A movie. Oh, yeah? What was that for? Screenplay?
This is the first Oscar for 8-time career nominee Kenneth Branagh.
He doesn't have an accent though, right? What was the story with him? He He's from the north, but he's not from the north.
Thank you, Academy voters. I thank you, my fellow nominees. I salute you. This is an enormous honor for my family. It's a great tribute to an amazing city and fantastic people. I'm only standing here because of the incredible support of Dame Donna Langley, Brian Roberts, Peter Kujawski, fearless leader of Focus Features, Jason Cassidy and their amazing team. Northern Ireland Screen, our brilliant UK cast and crew led by Tamar Thomas, Laura Berwick and Becca Kovacic. This story is the search for joy and hope in the face of violence and loss. We lost some people along the way. Johnny Sessions, Jim Dawn and Leah Newman, we miss them, we love them, we will never forget them, and we will never forget all of those lost in the heartbreaking, heartwarming, human story of that amazing city of Belfast on the fabulous island of Ireland. This means...
Alright, well, at least he said that, because he went out of his way to say UK cast and crew. Which is the truth, I guess. It is, I mean, not I guess, it's the truth. I guess he was trying, he's in a tough fucking spot there. What's he gonna say, right? What's he gonna say? He's gonna be like, you know, a city that went through a lot of violence because some people, you know, not gonna say who, but, you know, they're very popey, if you understand what I'm saying. Got a little bit of blowy, uppy. He's not gonna do that, is he?
Can you imagine the depth and the lightness in a screenplay about a Walter?
That's Diana Ross's daughter.
Can you imagine how you would find the through line, Sean?
You know that? I didn't know that.
It's
It's Diana Ross's daughter.
Of the relationship between the grape and the walnut.
Well, the best writers do know how to do that.
Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do.
Shall we announce the nominees?
Yes, it seems like we've set the table for the talent.
Here are the nominees for adapted screenplay. Coda, screenplay by Sean Hayter, based on the...
Oh, can you show the dead people already? Can you just show the fucking dead people already? Oh my god, dude.
Stanislas Correa de Malberg, Eric Lardigo, and Thomas Biedigen. Drive My Car, screenplay
Baby, you can drive my car. Yeah, I'm gonna be your star. Baby, you can drive my car. And maybe I'll love you.
The Lost Daughter, written by Maggie Gyllenhaal, based on the novel by...
Show me the dead people. Show me the dead people. Dead people in 3, 2, 1. Show me the dead people. Show me, and then you know what? After that, I'm done. I'm not even waiting around. I can't believe. You know what? This is...
Sean Hayter.
I'm starting to realize... I think it's just this format. Because I'm having the same reaction. I had the same reaction to the Springsteen one. I had the same reaction to... the Harry Met Sally, Springsteen, the Mayor shit, and this. I just get fucking bored. But you know what it is? Because I'm watching things to shit. I'm not watching things that I like or that I enjoy. I'm watching things to you know... to shit on them, but we're all shut out. We didn't come up with a single business idea. We laid out some of the Des Empire proposals. Okay, we said here's what's gonna happen. An acoustic guitar. I say if you're an acoustic guitar, you're on the age of 40. Jail. Okay, gulag time for you. Put those hands to actual fucking use. Make yourself fucking useful.
I want to thank Sundance for starting this journey. I want to thank.
But we didn't do too well with the business ideas. Should we start a Desi Awards? Is this how we're gonna salvage this shit? 2 hours and 25 minutes in, we're gonna have a Desi Awards show. We gotta do that. That's a good idea. Oh, because it's not limited to any field. It's not limited to any field. Go away. Oh shit, look at this. I'm getting all the viruses.
Amelia, Marley.
It spans genres, crafts, all these things. The Des Awards. The Des Awards for what? Just eventually it's gonna be who's my good favorite boys. People, it's just a conglomerate of awards. The Des conglomerate presents the Des Awards. A conglomerate of awards. Hosted and things by Des. And Des is going to win a lot of them. Okay, Des is going to win. He's mandated to win. You know how, like, if you're in Canada, you have to play, like, 30% of the songs have to be Canadian? We're going to have, like, that. But Des is going to win 30% of the awards. And we'll win a couple that'll be honest. I'll be, like, a worst piece of shit. You know, they're not going to be all just blowing smoke up my ass. Authoritarian shit. It's only going to be, like, 28%. And then the other 2% will be, like, cut me back down to size. Maybe a bit more than that. Maybe it's going to be, like, 5.25. We'll figure out what the balance is. The Des Awards. I'll come up with some categories. The fuck is this? And our mom and dad and our birthday. It's birthday time. See? You know what they're saying now?
You can't do that, huh? No.
They're saying.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Look.
They're saying.
And they kept poisoning people.
Give me that. Focus on the photograph you want to take.
They're like, these are not good, but people like them. Okay, and this is like, you know, we can't. There's no convenience in us giving, you know, award to any of these things.
Where's my tail? I can't balance.
Oh, that's great.
Your boys? I always assumed you were
West Ham
boys.
fans somehow.
Why would you assume that?
Because everyone knows mice are girls and rats are boys.
See, there he is, the Rock Light. And this is, they're essentially saying that this is movie's a crock of shit. Or maybe it's not, because then do they have their hand on the pulse? No, but they're saying there's no value. If we gave this, we'd lose our there's no you know, our movies, the movies that we need to be like wine. And we need to be like wine unless one of these guys died. If this guy died, he'd get the award, because that's how this thing works. Or he'd get nominated at the very least. What's his name? Can you just show me who fucking died? Show me who died. I'll stay for Billy too. I guess he's gotta stay for Billy.
A look can say a lot.
Okay, let's start drafting up the Des Awards. Okay, the Des Awards. What kind of categories are we talking about? Realist, like just a realist motherfucker in the world. Realist motherfucker. That's just a vague, you know. There's a lot of entry points to that. Realist motherfucker on the planet. I'm gonna put myself as a nominee.
Find the right words.
Nominate self.
Without having to say a word. Look.
It's great to see you.
Can say a lot.
What else we got? We got biggest balls. Biggest biggest balls award.
About how their skin
Biggest waste of time.
when it comes to our skin, what if it could feel differently? Say hello to Opsilura for the treatment of mild to moderate eczema. Opsilura is a steroid-free cream proven to help clear skin and significantly reduce itch.
What else?
Do
What
not
else?
start
What else? What
Opsilura
else?
if you have any infection, as it may lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you are being treated for an infection, have TB, or have been in close contact with someone with TB, have had hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts have been reported with Opsilura. In patients taking
What else we got? We got biggest crock of shit. It's gonna be different from waste of time. Biggest waste of time is like, what am I doing here? Biggest crock of shit is like, it's more offensive. It's more like you're offending my fucking sensibilities. You know, we gotta make these more people really. Oh, most overrated motherfucker. Most overrated cunt, maybe. Most overrated cunt on the planet. Most useless cunt. Actually, so most overrated motherfucker. Most useless cunt. It's like most precious blood, but most useless cunt.
You said he wasn't a problem.
We're gonna go. Oh, ooh. We're gonna go best nation. We're gonna go best nation or whatever, you know, best group of people, because
Curls micellar shampoo with hyaluronic acid, a sulfate-free
because
formula for
thing.
deep clean without stripping. It's not a dream anymore. New Elvive Dream Length Curls from L'Oreal.
We're supposed to, like I said, we're supposed to be even. We're supposed to say, hey, everybody's, like we said, all guys chosen, blah 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 blah. Everybody's on equal par. And if you got two people who are feuding, you know, you're not supposed to take sides. You're not supposed to say, hey, it's Australians versus New Zealanders. Obviously, New Zealanders are better. You're not supposed to say that. But we kind of do, because it's kind of the truth. It's kind of the truth. I mean, and that doesn't mean that in a year it won't change. Maybe in a year I'll say, hey, what I was saying about New Zealanders, you know, because what's her name, the auditor, and she said, hey, you know, now I want to create a first and second class citizens or whatever, and then everyone gets behind it and is like, yo, I agree with that, and 100% she can then make her the fucking leader or whatever. So maybe then maybe Australia did something cool, but like, oh, you know, did I ever say this before? I think, and maybe this is said by somebody. Maybe I'm not even coming up with this idea, but like, this is where the difference between people from Australia and New Zealand. I think it's because the Australians have so much fucking land. Because like, Australia is a giant fucking country, It's like it's close to Brazil. It's gotta be maybe not that big. But it's big fucking country. But it's got it's bigger than Mexico in terms of like size. But it's got like what, fifth of the people. There's just so much. This is the outback. It's just fucking space. The desert. Everything's like yeah. That's why they always remind me of just like it's like one giant like Orange County, like LA, like white LA. It's kind of like white LA, with obviously with some like Aborigine, like some who. Do you see this one guy who played in the NBA? From there, and he's from the islands. What's the islands called up north? And straight up like a black. He's a black dude. He looks like a black dude, but he's not. He's the only non-African descended black dude that I know. I mean, they call them. They say black people over there in Australia to refer to the Aborigines, but they're not like, you know, like you can distinguish like Aborigines from like, you know, any Africa, whatever is Caribbean, Africa, you know, all the African descended people. But this guy, like, it's nuts. And usually he's like, he wasn't even, there's no lineage, but it's all from Australia. But I guess this is the equator it goes. But then that's on par with like Papua New Guinea. And they're darker skin, but they don't look black. So I gotta look up what his name is. Regardless of what I'm saying. You're not supposed to take sides in New Zealand or Australia. Oh, but yeah, the accents. It's because it goes, because there's so much things spaced to. That's why when you listen to New Zealand, is very. Oh, that's a bad. These are all gonna be bad. So if you're gonna slaughter me, then slaughter. Okay, but New Zealand is very chops, right? Fish and chops, and it's very kind of like tucked in. Fish and chips. We really heat, and you know, like always kind of like we really heat, and it was all. Oh, here we go. Here's Billy. But then Australians like, yeah, we got lean. We got fucking lean. We got cover. It's fucking right. Yeah, fucking great. Yeah, fucking yeah. It's like a blanket. They're trying to throw a blanket across the fucking desert. So that's the difference between Australia. For that reason alone, you gotta go with the Kiwis, because it's like Australia. It's like, yeah, your words are cutting into my space. You're invading the audio waves coming from your mouth are invading my fucking territory. You know, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, you're not supposed to take a side, even though, you know, you gotta go with Puerto Ricans. But like I said, maybe in a year's time, that's gonna change. But I'm not gonna dig that hole any further, because here comes the Dominican guy to join the club of people who are gonna come to end my life. Or maybe the Puerto Ricans will help me out, but they probably won't. They probably don't like me either. I probably said something at some point. This is the Bond song too. She's good live. She's fucking good live, this one. Oh, stop bringing up the fucking pop-up. Oh my god. It's a bop. This is a bop. Fuck off! I swear to fucking Christ. Can I enjoy 30 seconds of the song? Is this something I actually don't want to... There you go. Cool. The whole thing is cool. It's a cool. It's got that Bond. Those Bond songs. It's like, you know. She's usually very whispery, so she's actually singing out now. It sounds like I'm fucking Simon Cowell or some shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, the James Bond quartet is good. Hats off. I wish I caught the whole fucking thing, you know. I got 17 pop-ups for fucking whatever the fuck. Do you want to just get to do you want to pay for my cable bill? We wouldn't do this. I'm not paying $200 for cable. What do you think? I don't have $200 for fucking the lights.
The Oscars is going ultra.
Show me who died, and then I'm getting out of here. Or maybe you know what it is. You know what this is actually. You know what it is. This is an endurance test. Okay, this is an endurance test. We're gonna go all the way.
Now our
Just
best
better not
plan ever
be
gives
till
you more than
fucking.
ever. You get 6 entertainment subscriptions included, like Apple Music with spatial
Holy
audio and over
shit!
90
What a
million
bad
songs.
idea. What a. I regret this. I regret this a lot.
You also get ultra fast 5G with up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost, and unlimited data that won't slow down.
Now I get all the Billy I want. Easy on the eyes. Unfortunately, so does my mom.
We can't help you there, but this plan will save you over $350 a year. Verizon is going ultra so you can get more.
Oh, let's go hippo. I like hippos. You know what I like? You know, I put out a tweet that nobody saw because nobody's. Oh, speaking of which, everybody. Okay, a couple things. I'm gonna say follow my Twitter and do it now because then if you know consequences later on, right? Desi Gulag shit, but this is not gonna matter. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall on deaf ears just like tweets. I'm gonna sell off. It's gonna be called like the Desi mental breakdown or something like Desi mental illness tweets. And I'm gonna collect because the running theme of these tweets has been like he's like I'm just talking to nobody, right? I'm just words out not to be received. If Desi tweets in a forest and nobody's there, does he fucking tweet at all? Apparently not. The servers, the bots, and everything will remember, and then they'll say, "Hey," they'll say, you know, you said this, you said that. Now we gotta put you in our gulags. This is why we need to beat them with the Des gulags because otherwise it's gonna be Amazon gulags. And if it's Amazon gulags, then I'm gonna be fried. They're gonna just fry the shit out of me. But we'll do. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we'll sell those off as NFTs, and we actually won't even sell them off. You get it for free. We're gonna take a 50% chunk. So if and when I ascend to my places. God-given fucking, thing on this planet. As close to God as possible. The value on those. So sell that, pay for whatever you gotta pay for. It'll probably cover quite a few months of rent. At least in some shitball fucking town. And I'll get the other half of that. Because I created value out of thin air. Because I could have just not done it. I could have not done any of this stuff. I could have just sat in my room underneath the blanket and went to town on myself. Porn is, like I said, you can't get to the bottom of Netflix. You won't even see it there on Netflix. So now think about fucking porn, and now we're talking about all this sites. It's all out there, okay? So I could keep myself occupado in many fucking ways. But I'm not gonna do that because I want to go places. I want to ascend, like I said, to just legendary status. And we have bumps along the way. We're not gonna have any viewers till 2027. This is well known. I'll draw. That's gonna be one of my Desi NFTs have hit a bit of a road bump. Still haven't finished the Dino Boys. Didn't even get around to the Rush remove fan, which would have been timely. I didn't even do that. Now we're coming up on a month now.
When it's time to sell your home, start with
But we'll get back into that. And then one of the things I will do is what did I just say? What did I literally just say? Oh, we'll be done with the chart. It'll be a chart of our expected viewership going forward. It'll be like, here's what we expect, and it's just gonna be like one of those like what do you call it? Like the exponential. It'll be an exponential chart. It'll be nothing. And 2027 it's gonna be whoop. But what's threatening everything is that we may not make it there. You know, we gotta kind of cross fingers a little bit. So we either have to step on the gas a little bit, cut corners, throw people under the bus. You know, we were saying fuck the rock, and I said we're not gonna do anything violent or anything else. Like, you know, maybe with all these, we need to start picking more fights, and going and trolling. We gotta go the troll route because any publicity is good publicity. And you know what? The best thing about trolling is like you just say, this is who I am. If you can't deal with it, you can't deal with it. You know, it's not about pretending that I'm anything, that I'm, you know, that I'm fucking, that I'm without sin. I'm a big bag of shit, is what I am.
Tick tick boom. Myron Kirstein.
What is this shit? What is tick tick boom?
And the Oscar goes to Dune.
Dune is just winning fucking everything.
So you may not know, but the words Oscar nominated can be used in the hands of a skilled 17-year-old as an insult. Said to me in an argument, it's all very well.
What is it with that laugh? Like, That's it. I'm tapped out now. And now everybody's pissing me off. They should have pissed me off from the start. They should have pissed me off, and they did. I was making exceptions. That was the problem. I was saying this person's not. I should have just went full with flamethrower. Take them all out. Not take them all out. I keep using that. I gotta get that word out of my vocabulary. Take me out. I'll talk about it myself because people are gonna take me out. But in regards to other people, because now we're gonna get the cops involved. You know, and you gotta get in charge of the police department before that happens.
We deal with them.
What is this now?
Such a disappointment.
Who is this? She changes. She out. That's I like that though.
We think that you are all winners, even though you are not.
So we got some consolation prizes, because this is going to make you feel better, right? This is going to make everybody feel better.
Absolutely.
You know what I show was planning for the Desi Awards, but I see my awards are gonna be so much better. They're gonna be so much better than this. This is garbage, right? But my shit's gonna be fire. Desi Awards are gonna be most watched. And all these streaming services, they don't want to. Also best show and the best. Okay, best pitch first. Oh, if we get the show, it's gonna be best show. If this is still being pitched, best idea for show, and that's gonna be Desi Explores All Religions. I'm telling you right now, it's already the winner.
Okay, you like democracy, right? You like democracy.
Speaking of democracy.
Here is a voter registration form for the state of Texas. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, not again. They come pre-shredded.
It's a voter and those people, and look at those people outside the club. Thank God we're in the club.
FTs. This is a fungible token.
Oh yeah. All right.
So you enjoy that.
That's gonna be worth a lot. Now,
what you got?
there she is.
Oh,
Dame Judy Dench.
Dame Judy Dench.
Now we got something for you.
Yes.
Now you know what? We got an inspirational quote for you.
Because you didn't win tonight.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And this is from a quote from Kim Kardashian. Work harder.
That's right.
That's what we need you to do.
You got it. You gotta move that ass, Dame.
That's right.
Move that ass.
You gotta move it. You gotta move
Oh,
it.
show the dead people. Just show the fucking dead people.
Hey, look, we got a new.
So I was testing I gotta test my endurance. Like I said, we're gonna be doing so much.
2022 BBE Oscars.
Do so much better award show. We're gonna go.
Give it up.
Yes, right.
What other categories? We need more. I mean, I'm gonna think about it more when I have more energy going. When I got more energy pulsing through my body. Who's this? What? Oh, Chris. Oh shit. There we go.
No one's wearing a mask. Just breathing raw dog tonight. Wow! Denzel Macbeth. Loved it. I love the part where it said, King Lear don't got nothing on me. Y'all gotta see it. It's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please.
Not show Will Smith. Ha ha ha. Oh, he kept his mouth.
I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Oh, there it is.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith.
They've. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
That actually happened?
Greatest night in the history of television.
That actually fucking happened?
Okay.
That actually fucking happened?
To give a documentary out. To give an Oscar out for best documentary.
That actually fucking happened?
Beauty of documentaries, because they make you, when you watch one.
Did he actually fucking do that?
Like you watched like you read a book or something. But all you really did was get high and watch Netflix.
Did he actually fucking do that? Keeps my... What the fuck?
The nominees are... Let's just go to nominees.
Did he really fucking just do that?
Jessica Kingdon,
What a loser.
and Nathan Truesdale.
First of all, you can't say keep... Your whole thing is, let me be as public as possible. Let me just give you all my details and let me do this, let me do that, let me be public as possible. You don't get to say that. What was the... I didn't even know what was the joke. I didn't hear the joke. Did he actually just... That's nuts.
Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised. Amir Questlove Thompson, Joseph Patel, Robert
That's crazy.
David Dinnerstein.
I knew something very, very important was happening in Harlem that day. It wasn't just about the music.
Riding with Fire, Rintu Thomas and Sue Smith Gosh.
हम और आप कहते हैं कि जमाना बदल रहा है। इस बदलते दौर पर महिलाएं कहां पर हैं?
And the winner is... Woo, I hope this is right. Summer of Soul. When the revolution could not be televised.
Did he just assault? Did my dude just get assaulted?
This is the first Oscar and nomination for a
Yeah, I didn't even hear. He said something about. He said something about G.I. Jane.
David Dinnerstein.
Oh. What about BB King? If it's already about BB King, we're watching that shit.
Oh my God. Thank you. Hey, real quick. First, I would like to acknowledge Attica, Ascension, and Flea, and Riding with Fire for their powerful work. It's not lost on me that the story of the Harlem Cultural Festival should have been something that my beautiful mother, my dad, should have taken me to when I was 5 years old. And I'm this is such a stunning moment for me right now. But this is not about me. This is about marginalized people in Harlem that needed to heal from pain.
I like this guy. I like the roots.
You know, this is not just a 1969 story about marginalized people in Harlem.
Questlove.
This is a story of.
I guess.
I'm sorry, I'm just overwhelmed right now. I'm gonna get myself together, and I'll thank everyone proper when I get on behalf of Hulu and Searchlight and Onyx, the beautiful women of Onyx, and
I didn't know. Oh, Chris Rock. Oh shit. Wait, still, because I didn't know. So she got apparently, according to the Twitterverse, she got alopecia. I didn't know that. This is not a fact I knew. So it's not the stylistic. It's not for a role thing. It's alopecia. But he's dope, dude. Fucking.
Please welcome Sean Diddy Combs.
Was that stage 2? Do they just need to the thing?
I just want to say, let's make some noise for Amy, Regina. Wanda, gotta give up for Wanda. I did not know that this year was going to be the most exciting Oscars ever. Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the gold party. Okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
What is it? What are they? Untouchable? They're just untouchable. They can't be touched. I guess there's a bit of a whatever, but fucking relax.
And I've watched these films hundreds of times. And like so many artists, I was deeply influenced by the themes so brilliantly displayed in Francis Ford Coppola's Godfather trilogy.
But it doesn't say anything. Is it so? Is it true or is it not true?
As they transcend all cultures, the desire for respect and legitimacy, loyalty.
So she always had it. What was the story? Because what was
overcoming all the odds in pursuit of power, but most importantly, the value of family and community. Tonight we pay tribute to an undeniable classic, The Godfather, on his 50th anniversary.
Like, what are they doing? Like, why? Like, why are they doing this? Can you just get you're rushing people who worked on this shit off stage? Because it's like if they're not in front of the camera, it's like they did the camera thing behind the work thing. You get in, get out. Even though they're the ones, like I said, putting the thing together.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
You want to hear some nuts? You want to hear some nuts? I've never seen this movie. I've never seen any of them. I know that makes me like a fraud because I say Al Pacino and it's like everything I've seen Al Pacino. I've never seen it, and I would suggest but I would want to sit and watch that. So we're not doing that on camera. It's not happening.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
There's Al. There's the guy. That's the guy. I see. I don't know.
I think
I feel moments like this should be sincere and brief, and I'm so grateful to my two wonderful friends to come here to help me celebrate with you this project that we began 50 years ago with
Bro, did he really fucking
collaborators, many of them legends, and so many of them that I can't take the time to list them all, but you know them all well. So I'm going to only thank two from the bottom of my heart. One is a collaborator who I've thanked many times, and every time you see the name The Godfather, his name is above the title, Mario Puzo. And another I've never thanked, but the time is due that I do, because it was his participation and his decisions at the end that made it possible, Robert Evans. So thank you, and Viva Ukraine. Viva Ukraine. Thank you.
I'm still trying to figure out what these. I'm going to Twitter, but what's happening here?
And a star-studded Pulp Fiction reunion, and a special soul-stirring tribute to those we've lost. The Oscars, right here on ABC.
Okay. All right, this on break. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna.
It's the backbone of the film community.
Fuck off already.
The energy.
I love being part of an ensemble that brings.
Okay.
King Lear don't got nothing on me.
All right, we're doing a replay.
Y'all gotta see it. It's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Oh. He's laughing there too. He's laughing.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
Did he actually? What the fuck?
That was a nice one. Okay.
He was laughing to it.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. It was a G.I. Jane jump. I'm going to, okay?
What a fucking clown.
Okay.
What a.
I'm going to, okay? Oh my God. Okay. That was a greatest night.
We're running it back. He actually fucking swung too.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane jump. I'm going to,
Shut
okay?
up. What a loser. Stop it. Oh, did we miss the dead people? We missed the dead people. Fuck. Oh, we missed the dead people. This is the whole. Oh wait, no, we didn't. Let's just turn the volume. Turn the volume. Turn the volume up. Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on. Come on. All right. Let's see if we missed anybody. Oh, that's. Oh shit, that's the one thing. Oh, he died. Yeah. Thing, the guy, Ned Beatty. Oh shit. The McLaughlin song. My dude Seamus is getting the check. Oh, salutes. What is this? The people died. The people died. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this?
When Ivan Reitman was 10 years old, his parents gave him a sleeping pill, wrapped him in a blanket, and put him beneath the deck of a boat to escape Czechoslovakia. He made some movies, some really good movies. He married a pretty girl and raised some children, and they make movies too. Ivan, I love your work.
This is strange. I'm all about like the you know, like my funeral is gonna be a fucking party. Like, no one's gonna show up. But if there was gonna be anybody, I think that's a reason for people to show up. I mean, this is baffling. This is like... Can't even like you can't even see who died. They're trying so hard to shed the years of them closing the door and the Weinstein people. They're making all that stuff happen, and now. I'm just confused. I don't understand. Oh, Betty. Salutes to Betty.
She was not only a golden girl, she
What
was
are you
a
doing with the
legend.
fucking
She
puppy
brightened every
too?
room she walked in and brought a smile to the faces of all who watched.
You know, it's so fitting that the world is crumbling around this, and then like, you know, it's kind of like.
Almost a century. She was a woman who cared so much for not just her.
I feel like I'm
two-legged friends,
hallucinating
but for
right now. I feel like I'm on a
animals
trip.
just like this. So, the greatest gift you could give Betty White is to open your heart and your home and adopt a rescue dog just like Mac and Cheese from Paw Works.
Probably a piece of
thank you,
shit.
Betty.
Probably
Thank you for
shits
being
all
a
over the
friend to
rug.
us all.
Mac and cheese. Probably eats all your fucking mac and cheese. I'm just confused. I'm just confused. I don't know who Oh, $1 Million Baby. I swear, if I died and you played this shit, not that anybody's, you know, if we do the Des Awards, okay? Here's the story. We do the Des Awards.
Friends, family, peers.
This is the equivalent of pissing on my grave.
We all know there will be loss. Our minds and hearts often refuse to reconcile. Here is where we must honor the legacies, the moments that tickled us and reminded us of us.
I can't. I can't do this anymore. I waited the whole time for the dead people. I just waited for the dead people. And now the dead people here, I didn't see, I barely saw the dead people. I just saw 50 people dancing in front of it. And there's colors everywhere. Where did I go in the past 3 minutes? This is just strange. The split between reality and this is, the gulf is wide. On that note, this is what a waste of time this has been. I know I say that at the end of a lot of these, but this has been, I think, the single biggest waste of time.
Question for you, Snoop D-O-double-G.
I'm
what
done.
are we doing today?
I'm tapping out.
Just living the fine life.
I'm tapping out.
Great. I love that. Just blocking off my calendar.
I'm tapping out. I think that's it. Because we go 3 fucking hours. There's no fuck. That's it. That's it. I'm sorry. This is strange. This is strange on so many levels. And like I said, now I gotta go back and edit this. This is telling. This is telling for the future. I think, you know what it is? I think all these things. For the boxing match, I'm gonna do it like around the main event. Because I can't be doing 3. This is too long. Too fucking long. Okay, wait. Especially some bullshit like that is. I'm gonna take a bathroom break, all kind of coffee break. Whatever that was pathetic. Also, was that acting, but it's all. What else to expect? It's all acting. It was acting. Cause I'm talking about the guy socked Chris Rock in the face. Brought a little bit of life back into this whole thing, but like, what a waste of time. There better be some good bits in that. There better be some bits that we can attach to something. We came up with the Desi Awards. That's another project that is gonna, the more homework to be assigned that I won't complete. I'm sorry. And I wanted to, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to go tomorrow. I wanted to say, hey, you didn't see it. You just replay it. And that's not gonna happen. And I'm just gonna stop at this point because I'm gonna go fucking take a nap. I'm gonna lie down. Take a nap. It's fucking 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go pass out. That's it. No more of this. We have a packed schedule coming up. We're gonna have to figure out what to do. Am I gonna be able to pull this off during the Mets game? I don't know. We'll see. This has been Dez shits on the Oscars. And you know what I'm gonna do from now on? I think with shit like this, I'm gonna absorb it on my own time, half listening, and then come back out and then take the 50 minutes and just shit on it tomorrow, rather than fucking put myself through that. I'd rather put myself through a fucking glass door. Fucking glass door. And pour boiling water in my eyes. I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.